Basement.
The intro for
Another week. Another opportunity for tea to be spilt.
Hell
Welcome
yeah.
to crew.
Hell yeah.
What up?
Hell
Hey.
yeah.
How's everyone's week?
I'm tired.
Busy.
But
Dope.
it's okay.
Great.
Busy.
I'm getting married in 2 weeks, so.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Emma.
Insane.
Whoa.
Thank you.
That's so exciting.
Hell yeah.
How's planning going?
Pretty good. It's
Yeah.
pretty good. We decided to add all of Andy's aunts and uncles last minute, with 2 weeks before, so.
That's
been
awesome.
Nice.
fun. Woo.
Remember how I planned our wedding?
I am a very stress-free kind of person.
Lindsay's like, everyone will just show up and everything will just...
It'll be fine. It's a wedding. We'll get married, and it'll be fine. And everything was fine. It was very chill.
Just someone planned.
I would have been fine
Every
if you
detail.
didn't. I would have just shown up, got married, and gone home.
No, that is something with our wedding. I felt like it was like the most stress-free wedding. Like even like Lindsay's parents and my parents were like, that was like the easiest wedding ever. And
Dang. Like, what, did you just not do a lot, or?
I just
was
don't.
chill?
I didn't have an opinion on
or
things.
expectations.
Or expectations.
Yeah.
I just was happy to get married, and that was it.
There you
Oh.
I wish
go.
I was like
I
that.
know.
I wish I had.
That'd
I
be
wish I had
nice.
more of
Yeah, I
that.
remember at our reception, we were just like, I think we're done.
Yeah, all right, let's go home.
Yeah, so we just like wrapped it up early
Alright.
because we're just like,
You're like,
yeah,
"Oh,
I've got a little too much social here. So, but yeah, I thought it was awesome.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
a good
great.
time. Okay, just some things right off the top. We shot a new series for this channel that I'm really excited about. It's going to be called the What Is Podcast. It's going to be 13 questions that I ask a guest, all beginning with what is. So, like, what is a book that changed you? So, questions like that really dive deep into what shaped that person. And I want this to be more of an interview style type podcast. So, each episode, there will be a new guest with me interviewing them. So, that's going to drop next Wednesday. So, be sure to check that out next Wednesday. And our first guest is someone very special to me, and he's in this room. And his name's Taylor.
Aww.
Oh, sweetie.
And I think it turned out awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. I had a good time on the podcast. It was weird. Meg ran camera,
Yep.
I
audio.
She did so good.
So that was cool. I was gonna say something else about the podcast. I can't remember, but we're excited about it.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
I'm really excited for that series. And I'm just excited to bring a lot of variety to this channel. I think that's what I love about this channel is like, I don't think any of the viewers or you guys will get bored with the content because it's always going to be revolving and changing. And yeah, I feel like we're finally kind of coming into what we've always wanted to do, which has been really exciting. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I can't wait for it to drop.
Podcasting has been fun,
Yep.
and watching Between Us and being a part of that's been fun. So having Between Us, What Is, and Jaiden's Basement, I think is going to be awesome.
Yep.
Between all of them, it's definitely like, this is perfect for your car ride. This is perfect for cleaning. This is perfect for like sit down and watch this one. You know, I feel like there's just one
Yes.
for everything. That's why it's like I love the 3 that are going right now.
Yep. And when we think about these podcasts, I always want to think about like, what is the stuff I would watch, right? What is the stuff that I go and find on YouTube? And all 3 of these kind of encapsulate all of the things that I enjoy watching on YouTube. So yeah, I think this is going to be awesome. I'm excited. We're also changing our schedule as far as our posting, right, Taylor? Am I okay to announce
Yeah.
that? So Mondays, we're moving Between Us from Tuesdays to Mondays. And then we're moving, or we're going to do the What Is podcast on Wednesdays. And then we're going to be dropping the Jaiden's Basement podcast on Fridays. So full week of podcasts, which is super exciting. I can't believe we're already at 3.
Yeah, it's
3
going
a
to be
week.
awesome.
So, okay, right off the top, like and subscribe if you haven't already. If your name is James, make sure to like the podcast and subscribe. We see you, James. Okay.
Who's James?
Whoever's watching, name James.
Okay.
I want to just make sure that they subscribe.
It's
And
like
if you're
those-
not, if your name is not James, do not subscribe. Okay, we only want James.
It's like those TikToks where it's like, good night if you are,
if your name
whatever.
starts with a J.
yeah.
Yep.
And it gets like not very specific, and then super specific.
Or it's like
Like if
these
you,
two initials will break up tomorrow. Like random things like that. Like
I love those.
I know they get me every time, and it's always like a 12 or 13.
I love the one it's like-
made it,
They're
and I'm
always
like,
J
"Whoa."
because J's popular, or they're always what's
Yep.
another J.
J's are popular.
It's always like this person's gonna cheat, and it's always J. And
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
But I already expect it because J's just a popular name.
I love it when it's like, I bet you can't guess which bathroom your boyfriend would choose, and then it shows like pictures of different bathrooms.
Oh yeah,
It's
like
like
if
A,
you know your
B.
boyfriend, which one would he choose?
Yeah.
I always send those to Taylor, and he never even responds.
So you never know if you're right or wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, something funny happened this morning that I want to talk about. So we've been putting out a lot of good content, I feel like, on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like our Instagram game, I feel like, is very strong right now. And one of the things that we posted is Lindsay's tattoo tour on Instagram. And if you haven't seen it, go check it out. I think it has like, how many views, Meg?
400 and something.
400 and something thousand views on it. And it has 4,267 likes. So it's definitely one of our better videos that's gone viral. But what I found is when a video goes viral, it obviously goes outside of your existing audience, right? Because most of our videos stay within our audience, and the comments are always supportive, super loving. But then once you hit that kind of virality, you reach this dark side of social media, I feel like, where there's these people just sitting there just waiting to be an internet troll and to just come at the, they want to be upset about something, and your video ends up being
Pops up.
that. So I was, we were getting ready this morning. I was outside the bedroom, and all of a sudden I'm getting pinged. Ping, ping. Lindsay Ward has commented on a video you're tagged in.
I woke
I'm
up
like,
and
"Whoa."
chose violence this morning.
I,
I'm like,
I
Lindsay
saw
is
I
just
saw the
jumping into
violence.
the
I
comments
gotta
and,
admit,
like,
I saw this violence
engaging.
happening. I saw
I
it
was
all
like,
going down.
heck yeah, this is so exciting. I was so proud of her because I thought she was just like engaging with our
I'm
audience.
just trolling the trolls.
And then I get on there and I realize it's this one, and Lindsay is going to battle with these internet trolls. So, yeah, this is the video. And I love this video. I think it's awesome. It shows your personality of like, I got this tattoo because I wanted it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I don't care. Because, if you get a tattoo, everyone's going to have an opinion on it, no matter what. So I don't care. Obviously, I like them. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten them. But I'm like, I would never just see someone's video, and if I didn't like it, just like be mean to them on the internet. I think it's stupid. So anyways, this morning I just decided to comment back to a few of them. Because a lot of them are like, one guy said something about how it wasn't a lot of ink and like I only spent like a certain amount of hours in the chair. I'm like, who cares? Like, is my goal in life to just spend my life in a tattoo chair and have like my full body covered? No, I like this style of tattoos. That's why I chose it. If you don't like it, then move along.
I love it. I was actually stoked. I'm like, heck yeah. Someone needs to tell these people what's up.
Well, and my problem is like people are so concerned. I'm like, it's my body. Okay, I can put whatever the hell I want to put on it, and you don't have to worry about it because it's not on your body.
Yep.
I just don't understand how people forget that somebody reads the other side of the comment.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you're some robot that just posted
Right.
this and you're never going to see it. You don't care. I'm like, that's why I don't understand when people comment. Like,
I know, and I
even
don't.
if it's remotely
Right,
negative,
and I don't
like,
care what people think. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten tattoos because you're just opening yourself up to judgment.
Yeah.
But I just also don't like unkind people.
Yeah. I think one of the biggest takeaways I have from this is just, like, it makes me grateful for those that are kind in the comments, right? Those that are like, yes, queen, you're crushing it, love the tattoos. Like, you're awesome. Like, that's what we need on social media, I feel like. And I feel like, there's people out there that try to turn social media into this, like, cesspool of just negativity, right? When we're
Yeah.
just doing something fun, like putting out a tattoo tour, right? But yeah, these people are nasty, and I honestly feel bad for them more than anything. It's like
Yeah.
they're so unhappy with themselves that they want to project that onto people through the internet, which is just crazy to me.
Did you
right?
see the one on your golf reel?
Oh
On
my
just
gosh,
shorts?
yeah.
Jane told me about that. Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
so I
funny.
posted a reel, or we posted a reel about how I don't love golf. It's not my sport. And this guy's like,
Just say you
just
suck.
say you suck.
Like-
Which I don't know. I'm amused by comments. Like,
yeah, it was kind of funny.
but I do love Harry always has my back in the comments, and
That's true.
Lindsay's. Yeah, I mean, I just thought it was funny this morning. I
Lindsay,
wasn't
I am
expecting
reading
that.
these right now, and I'm dying. It's so good.
Yeah, this comment. So
I just felt a
Someone
little
commented-
snarky this morning.
Yeah, I love it. We got to get a little petty sometimes. And this lady said, those are all trash tattoos. Wow. They will not age well. And Lindsay clapped back and said, I'll let you know how they look once I get to your age.
Oh, the queen,
Did you
ladies
just
and
think
gentlemen.
of that, or were
Yes,
you?
I did.
Amazing.
Did you
That's what I'm saying. I was feeling very snarky this
I
morning.
love it.
No, we were on our way here, and I was like, my
What
phone
is
was like
happening?
dinging too because I get notifications from comments and stuff. I'm like, what? And I literally read some of these to Taylor. I was like, Lindsay is going off right now. Like on our way here. It's so funny because we were talking about it.
And our number one arch nemesis on our
Oh.
page right now is a page called Ink Free Movement. And the page is purely devoted to
To him being ink free. I don't know if it's a girl or a guy.
whoever it is running it and finding pages that talk about tattoos and just leaving nasty comments about them because he wants to create an ink free movement.
What a
But I
fucking
love this.
loser.
This is someone I know, and they commented back, you sure are plucky for a movement with 50 followers. So, yeah, I
He
thought
said
it was
something about
funny.
conforming. I'm like, do you even know where I live? I live in Utah County. I'm not conforming in this county.
It's true.
I wonder what he would say about my lip tattoo.
Yes.
Yeah, if you don't know, Taylor has a lip
I have
tattoo.
a face tattoo.
Show.
Those
There's a
I don't think
teardrop.
you can see it.
Move your headphones so I can see your teardrop. Just kidding.
I can't believe you got a lip
He
tattoo.
Lindsay,
I
you
love
should
it.
you should get a lip tattoo.
I want one.
Oh, that seems painful.
This
I-
account
it's just
tags
kinda-
stickers wherever he goes. I just looked at his profile. He has ink-free stickers that he
Oh my
is so
gosh.
weird.
he
Sticks
puts some
everywhere.
Yeah, let's hope that never gains traction, that movement.
It's
Yeah, let's
funny.
stop talking about it so he doesn't get any more.
Yeah, we don't want to
Shout
It's
out.
gonna blow up overnight.
Don't
Yeah.
don't go look at his page. Don't follow.
Something cool about that video too is like there's so many videos that we put a lot of effort into
Mhm.
and we think they're gonna do really well or whatever and oftentimes they do, but that one we shot in 5 minutes. I edited it in a couple minutes and then we had it up and it's
Went
gone
crazy.
crazy. So
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
just cool when stuff like that happens and
And I will say there are a few comments like I said like my whole back is covered, and for some reason that really offended people.
Yeah, it did.
I'm like, they're just words. Like I tend to just over exaggerate. Like I say what is it when you say like never, always, or like you're just
Yeah.
over like stating it, and that's just what I was doing. It wasn't anything like serious, so people took it very seriously though.
But yeah, thought that was funny. So,
There are a lot of positive comments too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
People were super
I
I
mean,
just feel like
and
these
on a
people, I just
happier
didn't,
note, it
I
is-
don't like that people can just get away with making mean comments on stuff. So I'm like, well, I'm just gonna be mean back then.
yeah,
I love it.
I think you have the same
Queen
right as them.
behavior.
So,
A great morning routine you
Yeah,
had today.
right?
that's a way to start your morning. Just wake up and fight the haters.
Just
I
roll
just
over
find
and
it-
grab that phone and
Normally
go
I
to
don't
war.
care, but this morning I was just like, all right, well, I guess I'll respond to a couple of them.
It's funny the ones that are leaving the mean comments are always like they have 12 followers.
Yeah.
private
Yeah, that's what I
account
mean.
on
It's
those
probably
seriously
like-
what they
it's
live
like-
for.
On the
yeah.
internet.
They literally
to
just have a little
troll
account.
people.
and just-
They're
yeah.
probably 13 years old. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why it just makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Plus, it probably has that many views
Yeah.
because of the hater comments.
Yeah.
boosting
True.
the
Well, that's why
algorithm.
Jaden likes comments because sometimes,
Yeah.
like, if someone starts an argument in the comments, Jaden's like, yes,
Oh.
because it just boosts
Yeah.
the post.
Hey, I'm a marketing guy. What do you want? Okay, something else that I saw that was very interesting is I was scrolling on the interweb and I saw this graph, the 2023 most popular Halloween candy.
Oh.
And would you believe it?
Utah is candy corn.
Candy corn.
We're moving.
Do you think this is true or
No
is this
way.
a troll?
I bet you it's someone who hates the state of Utah, so they're like, I'm gonna put the worst candy there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You
thought
like
it was-
candy
I was
corn,
like,
I'm scared of you.
what?
Do you guys, who likes candy corn
I
here?
don't even know what
On
that
a
is.
rare
You never had
occasion,
candy
a
corn?
candy corn will slap.
I can tell in
But
Taylor's
very
eyes.
rare.
I am a candy corn truther.
Okay.
I like candy corn.
We're all just like,
Do we have
"Ooh,
But
candy
Meg
corn."
doesn't like me anymore, it turns out.
You're missing in the
What?
corner of the graph. It literally says "Made by Taylor Reese" down there.
Yeah, he
It is
photoshopped
funny
it.
because
You like candy corn?
I do like candy corn.
I'd rather bite my chapstick.
Gross.
That's what it tastes like.
No, it doesn't. Candy corn has sugar. It's like straight sugar.
I'll say this. It's not like it's gross. It's literally just sugar, right? Like, I wouldn't say it's gross, but I wouldn't say, like, probably out of all these candies on
She's biting her
here,
chapstick right now.
she's getting ready. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's like, I wouldn't say it's gross. Like, what's gross about it? I don't know. Does it really even have a flavor other than,
Waxy, I feel like.
so more of a texture thing, you think, or what?
The taste isn't very good either.
Okay.
I think that's why I compare it to chapstick, because I feel like, you know, when you just have a not a very high quality chapstick and it kind of like, you like taste it and it's like just tastes off. It's not necessarily like I'm gonna throw up, but it just tastes off, and that's what candy corn tastes like to me. Like, it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna spit this out immediately, but it's just like something's just like not right. I don't know. But also, I like Swedish fish, and those are very waxy.
That's true. I do
So
love
I'm
Swedish
like,
fish.
I
It's
don't
the
know.
taste. It's got to be the taste then.
Yeah, it's got to be the taste.
My mom used to put out like buckets of
Same.
candy corn, and I ate that shit up. It was good. I'd sit there and just
Yeah.
My mom did too, but it was like more for decoration. I feel like no one really ate it.
Maybe that's why. Maybe
Like, she had it all over
Utahns
the
are
house.
Just buying it for decorations, and so
Nah,
it's now the
in
number
my
one.
Maybe
house-
it is true.
in
That.
my house.
She
I
kept
ate
the bag
that
for like
up.
years of the same candy
Oh,
corn
no.
bag because no one would eat
What
it.
are some of the other ones on there?
Yeah, so let's look at it. So we've got, a lot of M&Ms, it looks like. 4 states have M&Ms.
So much diversity with M&Ms, though.
Snickers.
I love them.
That's
Idaho gets Snickers?
What's color?
That's bull crap, man.
Milky Ways.
We also have Twix in, what is that, Montana,
Montana.
and Alaska.
Rest in peace, Oregon. Is that Oregon the top left one, or is that Washington.
Washington.
is that a Tootsie Roll?
Tootsie Roll Pop.
Oh,
And that's pretty top
are they
tier.
the like lollipops?
Yeah,
with,
with
Yeah.
Tootsie
that is
Roll
the
in the
worst
middle.
thing. I had one of those and I thought, you know how you can get those ones that have gum inside?
Mhm, those are
And I
good.
was so excited. And
But
then-
it was a Tootsie Roll in the
yeah,
middle.
And it, like,
Oh,
was
that
the
is
most
I like the
disgusting
sucker part of
thing.
it, but I don't really love
Yeah.
the Tootsie Roll part of it.
It's just dumb.
Also, I feel like Sour Patch is S tier.
I agree.
Oh, I love it. It makes
I
my tongue
love-
hurt so bad, though.
So
Okay,
good.
everybody has to pick where they would go for this. You have to pick your
Pick a
place.
state.
Where are you gonna move to right now?
I don't even know
what is
what hu-
Florida?
Florida
Florida-
It's a
Reese's cup.
Reese's,
But there's
Reese's,
like
yeah.
Reese's in what is that?
What's
maybe
Tennessee?
Ohio?
What's that chicken?
Maybe Wisconsin.
Maybe it's
I don't know
also
what that is.
popular.
But there's
there.
also Reese's right there. So there's like what 3 different Reese's.
You know what I haven't had in a long time?
I would pick Reese's. If
You'd
that's
pick
not
Reese's,
clear.
Emma?
Yeah,
What about you, Harry?
I love Reese's
I know that there's no Cadbury.
or Twix.
Oh, I love
Cadbury.
Cadbury.
I actually still have some in my fridge, and my friends
Eggs.
just got here from England last night. Shout out Tom and Ella, and they bought me a bunch of stuff from England.
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's great. What is this? Is this hot tamales down in
Probably, yeah.
New Mexico?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think I'd go to the Hershey Kiss.
Really?
Would?
What are
I
those
love
yellow
Hershey
things?
Kisses. Are those like
Lemon
lemon
heads.
heads?
Oh.
Where's
I
that?
love a lemon head.
And then
Louisiana.
what's above
Dude,
that?
yeah.
A Butterfinger?
Oh,
My mom
I've
is
never
a
had
lemon
one.
head
Roll
connoisseur.
lollipop.
But I feel like I haven't had a
Yeah,
Butterfinger
almond
in
lips.
so
Oh,
long.
never mind. That's a
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
Butterfinger.
I feel like we haven't gotten them in a
And then
while.
What's this one?
Is the one, is that Mississippi? Is that one gosh, what are they called?
Skittles?
Musketeer.
Oh.
There it is. I was
Wait,
like,
Musketeer.
what's the one with the bird?
I was
I don't
just
know.
about to ask.
how many
what
licks
is that?
to the center of a
Oh, it
lollipop?
is.
It's a
It's
Tootsie
a
Pop.
It's
There
that
you
one.
go.
Friggin' bird.
Tootsie Pops are yummy.
Get out of here.
I'm definitely.
Friggin'
I might go to
Tennessee.
Alaska, honestly.
What is
For real.
the one under Starbursts?
Let's see. Where are Starburst? Right
Is
here?
that another Reese's?
Sour Patch.
No,
That's
sorry,
Sour Patch
above that
Kids.
to the right. The blue, it's got a blue outline on it. I don't know what state that is, like Indianapolis or something, or
Joy?
Indiana.
Almond Joy?
Almond
Oh.
Joy.
Oh,
Dude.
no,
Almond Joys
no.
are the nastiest
Wait, this
candy
one.
ever.
Oh, those are blow
You like them?
Oh,
Those are blow pops, things you were just talking about. Or is what
yes. Those are the bubblegum.
Oh, I
suckers.
take those. They're good.
Yeah. I do like Almond Joys. I feel like Almond Joys get a bad rap.
Rightfully.
What is what's
Agree.
above
Actually,
what's
know.
above Tennessee there? Or what
Is
is
that another reason?
what's
I don't
Kentucky?
either.
Reese's looks like.
They should have put
This
the
one's
names
here.
of the
Zoom in, yeah.
states for
this
the
is
foreigners.
testing my,
Reese's.
my
I know.
knowledge
Really?
of states.
My state
Oh.
knowledge and my candy
Yeah,
knowledge.
Reese's
which I
here,
never.
Reese's there.
My state knowledge.
Yeah, they could have at least put the state like initials on this graph to help us foreigners out. But
Well,
I
I
get
thought
it.
that was interesting, and then I saw another graph. Let me pull that up here that I thought was also interesting. And it showcases which brands have the most loyal customers. Wow. Okay, there we go. So which brands have the most loyal customers? It looks like it's based on, let's see, brand loyalty from 2019 through 2023. And it looks like Amazon had a grip on the market as far as loyal customers 3 years in a row, and then Apple for the past 2 years, which I just thought was interesting. It's like, is loyalty based off of returning customer rate maybe?
Probably.
Yeah.
or
that's
like
what I would
pop
assume.
culture,
I would
like
say
how much of a
returning.
grab it
What
has?
is number 3?
Domino's? Isn't that
So
random?
that's, yes,
hell?
I wanted to talk
Pizza?
about that. Can you believe that it
I
has
can't
Domino's?
see it very good.
Sam's
Can you
like-
can you go down the list? It's like the top
What?
5 or 10. Or
Yeah, sorry.
zoom
This
in.
is a screenshot.
Well, that's
I should have
Samsung, and then-
just saved the image.
Wow.
This is
Nettie jumped
showing-
back up.
That is so weird.
So we've got Domino's on here.
Whoa.
Isn't that so weird?
What did they do to their
I've-
marketing to
I
make
find
that
it really
happen?
weird that Hyundai is on there too, in the like as the only car brand bar Toyota.
Really?
But it's just odd. And
yeah,
then
the whole thing I thought was just interesting.
and like Instagram's on there up until 2022, but then disappears off the list
TikTok
for
looks like took
2023.
over.
Wow.
Dunkin' sucks. I hate
yeah, I was like, what? What is this? Like,
What?
would you say that Domino's is your guys'
Yes.
preferred,
Yeah.
like, fast delivery?
Fat
Yeah.
days.
Maybe it's true.
I mean,
but
that
I think
is-
it's ours,
recently-
too.
I-
Like last year, they had a huge marketing thing that was like
They
the commercial was like order. I forgot what it was.
Oh,
But
the carry out
order.
one. If you carry out, they like pay you what
Oh,
they
that's
would pay
right.
the
For the
like,
delivery.
something
Yeah,
like that.
there was something, and it was like drilled into my.
Sorry.
I actually really like Domino's.
I love
Me
Domino's.
love-
too.
I would say
Do you
Little
remember
Caesars.
pre-recipe change
Yeah.
Domino's?
Yeah.
And then it was like, once they changed it,
Yeah,
whoever
it just
came
got really
in,
good. Yeah.
like the crust.
Mm-hmm. It's
Gave
got like
it that little
crumbly-
Crust has
dusting.
like crack
Yeah.
sprinkled all over it.
They have
They,
good wings.
Their UK social media team has been going crazy recently, actually, because if you guys are familiar with Chelsea Football Club,
Yeah.
they spent like loads of money in the transfer market but they suck, right?
Oh,
Okay.
And Domino's tweeted out, we've delivered like 9 million pizzas since Chelsea last scored a goal, and they kept track of it.
Oh my
And they
God.
drove they drove a van with a big screen outside the Fulham Stadium when they played there
With how many
last
pizzas?
week, and the live counter kept going up.
no.
Chelsea ended up scoring that game, so they kind of messed it, but they were going viral
That's some
for
great
it. It was
marketing.
pretty awesome.
That's
That is
good.
awesome.
But
What were you
yeah.
gonna say, Taylor?
I was just gonna say, Little Caesars is the best bang for your buck. I would say.
That's true. $5.
I mean, well, it's gone up.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, it was
Inflation.
$5.39 for a Little Squeezers pizza. And now it's like
Squashy.
6 something. But Domino's is definitely
Yeah.
like.
Yep.
If you're not factoring in how cheap, because Domino's you can still get 2 mediums for $11.99.
Yeah.
Like, that's freaking.
I feel like the price is good. The quality is good. Like, even their sides are so
Oh, I
good.
know.
Yeah.
We used to
Their
get.
ranch is good.
Do you remember this? We used to get. It was like a box.
Oh, no, that was Pizza Hut, I thought.
No. I think it was Domino's. You get like a box.
And it comes with like a
And it has
dessert.
a pizza, a dessert,
That was Pizza Hut,
Yeah, I
no?
think that's Pizza
wings.
Hut.
Oh, really? We'll have to fact check.
Pizza
that.
Hut sucks. Maybe this is.
I had
I don't like Pizza Hut.
No one out pizzas the Hut.
I don't
I
like
had
Pizza
Papa
Hut.
John's
Domino's.
last week. for the
Papa
first
John's
time,
might be my favorite.
which was
pizza
pretty
place
good.
ever.
Really? I don't-
was pleasantly
Papa
surprised.
John's
Sticks
and
are
Domino's
bland.
and Little Caesar. I like all pizza. I don't know why I was.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is making me hungry.
Legit, I'm ready to order
I
Domino's
was
right
I
now.
was just gonna add in
Do
real
it.
quick. Meg said she hates Pizza Hut. No one out pizzas the Hut, first of all, but second of all, I think all pizzas are good. I've never met a pizza I didn't like.
That's true.
Do you
Ooh.
agree?
Yeah.
You-
I have
Yeah.
met a pizza.
maybe you won't
I
pick.
had-
Maybe you won't pick Pizza Hut.
Yeah, I won't pick Pizza
But
Hut,
you'd
but
eat
I
it.
would. Oh yeah,
You'd
I would
enjoy
eat
it.
I don't
I
know.
have one
Here's
bad
the thing,
pizza
Taylor.
experience.
I'm in a world that you've never experienced.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, you little dairy man.
As far as
Little dairy gluten-free
okay,
boy.
yes, no shaming,
Sorry.
no allergy shaming on this podcast. I am allergic to dairy, and most of my life I've honestly just ignored it and just been like, I'll just suffer for this, right? Like I would just eat that pizza and just know that later on I would be very sick, right? But it was worth the trade-off at the time. But then it got to a point where I was just like always sick.
Yeah.
Like I think I went so long neglecting this allergy that almost any food at that time was making me sick. And so as of November last year, almost a year,
Probably longer.
you think?
Yeah, it was probably 2021. 2020. When was that? 2021 when you were having all those issues.
Oh, and then I
Nah.
cut it out.
Mm-hmm.
You started when you were at Flex, though, no?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's been at least 2 years, I feel like.
Oh, okay. Wow, longer?
Well, no, because we started in
you-
2022.
Yeah,
So I
but
would
you like
say-
you cut it out for a minute and then you stopped and then you'd cut it out for a minute and then
there was-
now
Where'd
it's
you
a
life?
permanent cutout.
Yes.
But it took
like
a minute.
I've known you since January, and I don't think I've ever seen or heard about you eating dairy or cheese or.
Yeah, so I decided I was going all in because I was like, I don't want to develop some crazy disease or like, I just feel like I'm at an age now where I can't neglect myself anymore. But it's created some issues for me. Number one, pizza. Like, I feel like the cheese is so important to the pizza as far as flavor profile and texture. And there's tons of companies out there. Like I tried Mod Pizza. I've tried, all these different ones that have cheese substitutes, but the cheese is literally like bubble gum. Like it's so chewy, so gummy.
Nasty.
And I'm like, man, I'm never going to be able to enjoy pizza again. And it wasn't until we went to a birthday party and with my brother and his wife, and they knew we were coming and they ordered pizza and they're like, oh, we should get JAIDEN'S something, a pizza or a dairy-free pizza. And so we show up and then what was
It was Papa Murphy's.
Papa Murphy's. And I don't know if that's just a Utah company.
They have them in Colorado, too.
Oh, they do. Okay,
Yeah.
so maybe it's a chain. So Papa Murphy's, and they're like, this is dairy free. And I kid you not, it was so good. Like, I couldn't tell at all that the cheese was anything different. And I kept saying while I was eating, I was like, I'm going to be so sick. Like, this for sure isn't dairy-free. I am going to suffer later for this. And I felt fine after. So.
No way. I wonder what they did.
I don't know.
That's cool.
Yeah, whatever they're doing for the dairy-free cheese, they're doing it right. So if you have a dairy allergy, I would recommend, and you want pizza, try Papa Murphy's. It's definitely the best I've had. So, but yeah, I thought this was interesting. I'm a graphs guy. I like looking at things like this and kind of like diving into why. Like, it just seems so weird. But yeah, it seems like Netflix, Amazon, Apple are kind of the three big dogs.
Who's after? So is TikTok after Netflix?
Mm-hmm.
Right here.
And then who's that after?
Nike
this year. And then we have WhatsApp and then Samsung.
WhatsApp, really?
WhatsApp, though,
Keep
is
scrolling up a little bit.
everyone outside of America uses WhatsApp.
Yeah, there
Really?
you go.
Yeah.
WhatsApp, Samsung.
Wow, Amazon.
And then we have
Really?
Pfizer.
They
in
dropped
20.
that far. I wonder why.
What?
Amazon.
Oh, wow.
I didn't even realize that.
I was thinking about, it's funny that we're even talking about this. Literally.
Like, Amazon's in two different.
Yeah, why are they in? Is that
One's
Amazon
for video
Plus?
streaming and one's
there's
for
one for
online
Prime.
retail.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, Prime is adding. All of these streaming services keep jacking up prices and
I know.
adding ads.
Yeah, Netflix just said they're going to raise prices again.
And Amazon Prime is adding a ad-supported
You're kidding.
version. So if you keep the price you're at, you'll stay on an ad. You have to add like $2.99 or whatever.
That's interesting. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. I was just looking at this like, do we agree with it? And I was the one I wanted to talk about the most was Domino's, but it sounds like they've definitely kind of had a grip on the market.
Like, just
recently.
in like
Is
1
that
year, they take a
YouTube?
big jump.
Two below
Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon.
Amazon.
Right
So
here.
it goes
Yep.
Amazon, then who?
Apple
Apple
TV,
TV.
which is
Oh,
what?
interesting.
their TV programming.
But Apple's
Program.
on there 3 times. They have Apple smartphones is the top one.
Oh.
Then it's Apple TV, and then below that is Apple tablets. If you go even further
Hmm.
down,
What's the one below? What's that one? YouTube.
YouTube here.
Straight up. Did it have a fall from grace or is it rising?
they had a massive
Rising.
rise. Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I would say YouTube is currently on like a rise of sorts.
Yeah, I
because
would say
it's always been good because at least in the creator space, they've always taken care of creators, paid them well. But I think that's just starting to become more, I don't know, well known.
yeah.
If you will.
Plus, I just think the content on YouTube has like elevated so much.
Yeah.
Like, it's honestly 80% of what I consume is on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then the rest is probably streaming services, right? Like, the only time we really watch cable is for sports.
Yeah. I mean, I watch a lot of YouTube as well, and that's why YouTube Premium was like, we've talked about this before.
Yes.
It was so necessary.
I don't know how people don't
It's
have
so
YouTube
unnecessary.
Premium.
Yeah, so I found out that if you get it through the App Store, it's like $5 more. Maybe not 5, but it was more expensive. So I canceled it so I could buy it through YouTube to save some money. And for probably 3 days, I didn't have it, and it was a nightmare. And anytime we talk about this too, anytime we open a tab in like our other account and it starts playing an ad, it makes my blood boil. I hate it because I pay for your premium, and I hate those ads.
Awesome. So, yeah, I thought that was interesting. So, all right, should we talk about our segment Report Back?
Sure.
Okay. Each week we're going to try something so that you don't have to and report back on our experience. So last week Emma reported back on the pimento sandwich, chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A. And this week it's me and Lindsie that are reporting back. So we talked a little bit about it on our last episode, but the NFL and Disney paired up, did a little collab, right? And so what they did is they took the game, it's a Jacksonville game, and turned it into Disney pretty much, right? So, but the kicker was the game started at 7:30 in the morning. So Fletcher got up, we got up, we turned it on, and I have some videos just showcasing different shots of the TV as far as what it looked like. So pretty much as the game was playing on, you know, the little Toy Story guys were, you know, shot for shot doing what the players were doing. Something I thought was cool, they had these little things like they had the claw drop the ball, and then in between a lot of the plays, they have like little cutaways to the Toy Story characters. So the instant replays were on the box
the
TV.
Slinky Dog, he would be the length of
He
how
was
far they
the
had to go.
chains, the
Yeah, he
chain
was the
gang.
chains.
That's
So
it.
he started at
That's
10
awesome.
yards, and then he would like get shorter.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool. I don't know.
Yeah, it was cool. It was kind of hard to watch. I mean, it's fun for kids, but I think at the end of the game, I can't remember which quarterback fumbled it, but on the TV he still had it. But then you just see like this pile next to him, and then you hear the announcer say, "Oh, he fumbled it." So it was kind of hard that way.
There
but-
was definitely some just technical issues,
Yeah.
I would say, as far as just it reading, you know, what was actually happening. But yeah, they had these announcers, and then they did who's the guy that does all the tricks on the motorcycle in Toy Story?
Boom.
yeah,
Kaboom.
dude, kaboom.
So they had Kaboom do a little halftime show where he jumped some buses, double-decker buses, since they were in London.
I did see a
Shout
cute
out
video
the
of the
big
team, like the
rigs.
actual team. They said Andy's coming, and the whole team, like
Oh,
all the
they did
team,
it
just
as their
fell over.
celebration.
Yeah.
Yes,
That
that
was
was
awesome.
awesome.
That's cute.
Yeah.
And then Fletcher, I don't know. What did you think?
He liked it. I think he liked it when like stuff like that, like Duke Boom, or when the aliens would come on. He liked it. Other than that, he didn't. After a while, he was like, "Watch dinosaurs," or he would want to watch something else. But now, if we watch football, he's like, "Toy Story football." So who knows?
And just so you know, Kaboom made it.
He made it.
I found it interesting. I used the NFL Fantasy app, and when you click on a player or in your feed, your player's highlights show up. But they had the highlights, and then they had the Toy Story version of the highlights
that's
within the
cute.
app in fantasy
Oh,
too.
wow.
So it's
Oh,
kinda
I should have
cool.
looked at that.
But
That's
yeah,
really cool. Yeah, and every time there was like a touchdown, they would show these little touchdown dances.
What
Yeah,
was
it
the
was
audio
really-
like during the, like, was it the regular announcers' voices?
I think
And
They had like specific announcers for this, I think.
but it was sounded like the
so it
announcers,
still was updating you on the game.
Right, yeah.
but
but they would explain like for kids, like, oh, what's an interception or what's a
Yeah.
sack or something like that. So
Yeah.
they were like explaining at the same time.
But yeah, I hope they do more of this stuff. I think it's cool. Like, I think with all the technology, it seems like Amazon, when they kind of paired with the NFL, it really changed things with the Amazon cloud service and analytics. And it seems like Disney obviously has an interest in it because Disney owns ESPN, right? So they obviously want sports to do well and bring in an audience. And but yeah, I think it's interesting. I think we'd watch it again.
Yeah, it was cool. Maybe not the whole game, but
Yeah, it was cool at first for sure,
Yeah.
and then the like, oh, this is awesome.
so it's like you
factor.
can't really see what's happening. Like you see what's happening, but it's not. Some things weren't really what was happening.
it was also a pretty boring game
Yeah, it was.
anyway. But
Yeah, not that exciting.
the bloody Falcons.
So, yeah, I would check it out again. So this week, as far as report back, we are calling Harry to the stage.
Bum, bada, bum, 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 bum,
And what we are wanting Harry to do is go check out this new movie called The Creator. So
Yes.
it's a new movie that came out. It's the same director as Dune.
And Rogue One, I
Denis.
believe.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
Denis Villanueva.
And it seems interesting. Like, it seems like it's about kind of AI
Mm-hmm.
robotics.
Oh.
You know,
They have a hole through their head.
they have like a hole through their head. And what was interesting is, as a PR stunt, they took these robotic looking people and placed them in the stands during professional sports games.
Yeah, and
And
they
on the
looked like
London
the
Underground.
actors.
Yeah. It was
Ooh.
creepy.
Way weird.
And they were moving.
Can you show us?
They were
Oh.
looking
So everyone can
around.
get a
Yeah,
visual
let's
on it.
see.
They're in the London Underground too, just riding the trains and stuff.
In the tube.
In the tube, yeah.
Tube girl.
How would I even look this up? The Creator movie.
Creator movie at NFL game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Was it an NFL game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they were on the sideline too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they had them like sitting in
Oh, yeah,
the
those
stands.
AI people.
Just go to images or some, or yeah, I guess that works too.
Check out this one.
Yeah, so
Log in.
they were just walking around.
Oh.
Robots are so scary, man.
Isn't that creepy?
Yeah, and they look just like the actors.
You don't think those are real people just acting as robots?
No way.
You don't
They
think?
are real people.
That's what I thought. I
They've
thought they
just
were
got
real
makeup
people
on.
just
Dude,
dressed
they
like
are
robots.
real people.
No.
Yeah,
I've only seen the video where they're sitting in the chair, and I thought it was just like an animatronic, but that's definitely a real person.
Yeah, look up the underground.
Okay, the
one,
ones
they're
in the
real people
chairs were
too.
probably
You think?
robots.
Or was it just these guys?
I don't know,
Maybe
man.
they're just good at acting like robots. Who knows?
We should
Okay,
we got to
fact
figure
check.
this out. We got to get to the bottom of this.
The creator
Yeah,
movie
this
is
campaign used
interesting.
actors
Absolutely.
in
Wouldn't that be
makeup,
scary
not
though if there were
robots.
robots you could
Emma
tell
can-
they
Hold on,
were-
hold on. What were you saying, Emma?
Oh, sorry.
Fact check. The creator movie campaign used actors in makeup, not robots, according
Oh.
to.
So that's why they
Wow.
so that's why they look just like the actors.
They look just like
I just
the
thought it was
actors.
plausible because
Yeah.
Technology.
like in what's the Marvel movie? Peter Quill.
Guardians.
of the Galaxy?
Guardians, yeah. At the beginning of that one, when the blue girl, well, I can't remember anyone's name right now.
Oh,
Nebula.
Nebula is carrying Peter. That was a doll
Yep.
that weighed like 25 pounds, and so seeing stuff like that makes me think that that was plausible.
Wow.
Fuck, it
And
could
robots
be.
are crazy, you know, they're like legit now. So I
Yep.
don't know.
So Harry's going to go check that out and report back next week. As far as Rotten Tomatoes, they gave it a 68%. So it's not rotten, it's fresh. But the audience score is 77%. So seems like the
Just the
audience
audience
liked it
score
more than
way
the
more.
critics, right? So
I feel like I'm quite easy to please with movies
too.
too. So
me too.
we'll see.
Yes. Okay. So that'll be exciting because that is one I want to see. So I want to definitely hear your thoughts on what you think. Are you guys the type that before a movie comes out, do you go look at the reviews and see what other people think, or do you want to go in
No,
blind?
I am completely anti-spoiler.
Yeah, he will get really mad if I.
I'm pretty sure I've gotten mad at each of you at some point to not spoil something
I think
for me.
so.
I don't even want to know if you don't like a big movie, you know?
Uh-huh.
Like,
He doesn't like even hearing like I didn't like it or.
yeah, I don't want to hear I didn't like it, I loved it. I don't want to hear anything. Makes me mad.
Wow.
Okay. Ready for the
What
meat?
about you guys though? Anyone else?
I just don't go watch. I haven't been to the movies
Yeah, us
in
either.
a while, so I
We used to
don't
go.
care. I just go on a whim. You know, oh, should we go to the cinema?
Only
today?
when we force you.
Or this, yeah. So I'm probably the worst person to do this review, but we'll see how it goes.
It'll be great.
And we want you, Harry, to film the movie the whole time.
The whole time.
Perfect.
And then next week we'll just
We'll play
watch that.
Well,
Yeah.
next week I won't be here because I'll probably get arrested and sent home. So
Yeah, don't do that. I'm just kidding, YouTube. Don't demonetize us. So, okay. Should we get to the meat?
wait,
Meat and
Harry has
potatoes, or do
something.
you
He
have
has a
something?
surprise.
I have a report back surprise for everybody.
Wow.
Close your eyes.
Close our
Close
eyes.
our
Yeah,
eyes.
close your
Okay.
eyes.
Really?
Real
Close
quick.
your eyes?
Yeah,
Are you
gonna
everyone,
say?
everyone close your eyes.
Close your eyes, Meg.
Oh my.
Okay, my eyes are closed.
Do I have to
Mine
fold
are
my arms
closed.
and bow my head too?
Yes.
I hear
I hear
zipping.
bags
I
opening.
hear.
Okay, keep your eyes closed.
Okay.
Meg, stop cheating.
I'm not cheating.
So, as previously mentioned, my friends from England
Yes.
bought candy
Yes.
when I picked them up from the airport yesterday. So I have brought a pack of squashies for you guys
Ooh,
to try.
We're
You
gonna
can open
try
your
some
eyes.
candy.
Can I open?
Yes, and I thought
Gosh.
these. Do you know what? They're kind of average,
Oh.
but
They
like
look
Jane
great.
and her family love them.
Squash.
And
Squash.
so
squashies,
when my
squash,
family
squash.
came a few weeks ago to visit, my mum bought about 30 packs of these in her suitcase, and I gave a pack to each of the
Yes.
boys that I coach soccer
Nice.
after the win.
That's so
That's
nice
cute.
of your
And,
mom to
um,
take up suitcase.
Yeah,
full
it was
of
literally
candy.
like a full suitcase. It was wild. But anyway,
Heavy too.
I bought some for you guys to try, and I figured it fits in the report back
Yes,
section.
let's
so
do it.
Yes.
Why don't you bust it
love it.
We
open,
can go.
and we'll all
Keep
try it
your
at the
eye
same
open it.
time.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to
Give
give
her
Just
a thought.
rip it open.
Squashes,
'cause-
squashes,
Yeah, and then grab a few.
squashies.
But yeah,
They
they're
look
actually
really
wicked.
cool. Like I don't know if you can like maybe you can zoom. I was trying to show everybody.
Look like
else
my kind of
what
candy.
Oh,
they look like. I
and
mean, you can Google them, but they
I
look
didn't
cute.
bring.
They're
They
like
actually
little-
have minion ones at the
Oh,
moment too, which are
really?
like
Oh, I bet
blue and
Fletcher
yellow.
would love
Minion
those.
squashies.
Hey, everyone, grab one. Pass it
Thank you,
around.
Harry. That's awesome.
I'll take that table squashy.
Yeesh.
I was gonna
Give me
have
the
two.
table one.
I'm
Oh,
have
you're
two.
gonna have
Yeah,
two.
grab a few. I
Yeah,
mean,
okay.
I'm
We
so
just each
hungry
take
right now.
one.
yeah.
They're
Oh,
like
Should
a-
I wait to try
They're
it
like
till
a
we all
pink
try it?
dominoes.
Jaden wants to try it
Pink.
together.
Okay.
Here, I'll
I
walk them
almost
over
did.
to the. I have no cables
Oh,
in my way.
They smell
They
good.
smell dang good.
Squashies.
Ooh. Mm.
Mm.
Yummy. It smells like a perfume. I would want to smell
Can I
like
Oh.
check
this.
the
allergies.
the allergies?
Oh no.
Says milk flavor, so I'm a little scared.
Ruh-roh.
You can just smell it.
It smells really good.
Let's see.
I want to smell like
Taste
that.
it
I need a
and spit
perfume
it
that
out.
smells like that.
I actually think I'm good.
Let's go.
Okay.
Forget.
Let's pray you're good.
Mm.
Are we going
Smell
full
good.
thing
You know what
in
it
the
smells
face?
like?
I think we're going full
too.
thing in the face, right?
Awesome.
Yes, I'll take 'em.
Ready?
Lindsie loves gummy
I
candy.
love
Wait
gummy
I do
for
too.
the
I'm gonna-
H-bomb to get back on camera.
You know what this reminds me of, Harry? So when I lived in New Zealand, they had something called Milkies.
Are they the milk bottles?
Yes.
Thing is, I didn't really like the flavor of those, but they're a similar texture to
Similar
that. for sure.
texture. It kind of
Yeah.
Or
reminds
if
me
it's
of
gonna
that.
be like, my
No,
guess is
Jade's
strawberry
torturing us
puffs.
right now.
Kind of tastes like a.
All right, you ready?
Yep, whole thing in
3,
the face.
2, 1. Oh.
Everyone back away from your mic a
Just
little
start-
bit.
Gonna start flying.
I have ascended.
isn't a chewing ASMR. That's delicious.
I gotta take the headphones off first.
Didn't we say we were gonna do a mukbang or whatever?
All I could hear was everyone chewing.
Gross. These are really good.
Different flavor than when I started.
Yeah, that's good.
I like the texture.
Mm.
It's like fluffy like a marshmallow, but then it turns chewy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I was very happy.
That's good,
I
Harry.
like that.
I like it. I think it's yeah.
Who knows? Maybe I'll bring something different next week. for you
Oh,
guys
that would
to
be
try.
awesome.
It's really good.
In the snack zone.
In the snack zone. I love it. That's
What's
cool.
the flavors?
Thank you, Ray.
Raspberry?
Raspberry,
It's really good.
milk.
Milk flavor
that.
raspberry.
Oh,
Mm.
original raspberry and milk flavor.
Interesting. Is that like a really
Delicious.
popular candy or lolly back
Um,
in
So
the UK?
the brand drumsticks are really popular, but they started off as like actual lollies on a
Yeah.
stick, but they were a lot chewier than this, and they've been around for like a long time, and they're really popular. These have only been about for a few years, I reckon, but I don't know. My family just really likes them, and then they bought one pack last year when they came, and Jane and her family just loved them. So it just has become a thing now
They
where
are good.
anytime
Whoever
they come and
comes
visit,
needs
we
to bring
just
some.
Bring loads. Like Ella bought like 10 packs of these, so they're just in my pantry. But they'll be gone by next week. So
Cool. Thanks for bringing them, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
That's
awesome.
awesome. I love. We should try like sweets from everywhere.
Yeah.
We should order
There's
some.
I'd be
a
down for
subscription
that.
box
We
you
could
can
do a
do.
snack zone segment. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yes.
And we could find like South Korea has some great,
Oh yeah.
great candy that I've seen other YouTube people try.
You always talk about that,
know.
like
Yeah.
that fluffy like cake from Ukraine that you love too.
Napoleon.
Yeah,
Mm.
whatever. that is.
Napoleon.
There's like
Yeah.
stuff all over it. Maybe we
There's
could.
there's a store in Murray called European Tasties, ran by I think they're Ukrainians. I don't know, it might be Russians, but they have all kinds of tasty snacks over there.
Interesting.
Yeah, that I
There's
used
one
to
in
eat
Provo
in
Center
Ukraine.
Street too, which I've never been to.
We
This
should
is
just
like a
pick some stuff up. try to-
foreign supermarket.
Yeah.
Do
Oh,
they have
yeah.
Tim Tams in New Zealand?
Dude.
Because we have a similar thing called
Tim
Penguins in
Tams.
England.
They sell them in Target these days.
Do they really?
What are they?
Tim
Wow.
Tams.
I like
Yeah,
little
let me pull up a
chocolate biscuit.
picture. So these are Tim Tams, and they are so good. Like,
They're really good.
when I got to New Zealand, oh my gosh, they even have a picture of it. So, okay, there's this thing called the Tim Tam Slam. And what you do is you get a nice warm drink, and in New Zealand we would get, it's called Milo. And it's just a hot drink, right? It's kind of like hot chocolate, but I don't think it's actually chocolate. But you get a hot drink, and then you bite off, like it shows in this picture, you bite off each corner.
Oh.
Bite this corner, and you bite the separate corner. And then what it is it's kind of like a wafer in it, and then like soft chocolate in between the wafers and then the shell, right?
Mhm.
So you bite off the corners, and then you use it as a straw
Ooh.
to drink your hot drink through. And then the Tim Tam on the inside melts, and then you eat the Tim Tam. And it is like mind-blowing. Like when the first thing I got, like when I got to New Zealand, the first thing that someone said to me is, "Have you had a Tim Tam Slam yet?" I was like, "No," and they literally brought me Tim Tams and Milo to
They
do
just
it.
John Cena you to the ground. You're like,
Like, what?
Slam.
Like Tim Tam walks out of a car, just this big gun.
Slams
Tim
him down.
Tam.
So
Tim's here.
when I lived in Ukraine, we had the same thing, but it wasn't Tim Tams. They're called Contiques.
Really?
And do they have different flavors of Tim Tams?
Yes.
Like, yeah, it's like the same thing. They're I just pulled it up to look at it because they're so
Yeah, they had like caramel. They had mint.
They have vanilla ones.
But
don't
we would
they?
just do it
I
with
like those
milk.
ones. Yeah.
Just warm milk.
Warm milk.
No, not warm, cold.
What?
It was so
Ooh.
good. And sometimes I'd like, so you bite both sides, just like you just said. And I'd like suck the milk through it and then put it on a plate and freeze it.
Really?
Dude.
That's too much work.
That sounds pretty good though.
Oh, I'd have them ready for later.
Y'all making me so hungry right now.
All we have is like milk magic straws. You know those straws that used to have like
Mhm.
chocolate beads in them, and you stick them in milk and drink
Yeah.
them. That's all we.
Yeah.
Oh man, these are
Lame.
so good.
Yeah, I love Tim Tams. Thanks, Harry. Thanks again. That's great.
Yes.
Okay, let's jump into the T to the T. Ooh, T.
Spill
T to T.
spill the tea. Spill that tea, boy, spill that tea.
All right, let's jump
Spill the
in. So,
motherfucking tea.
Taylor,
There it is.
I caught some heat last week.
You did?
Oh.
Taylor Swift.
Man,
Oh.
Swiss.
I thought you were talking about
Swifties-
me saying my tagline. Because you said Taylor.
oh sorry.
He thought he was in trouble.
I thought I was in
The
trouble.
Swifties are,
Relentless.
they're like a country of their own. They're very loyal. They don't take crap from nobody. Like, you don't want to go to war with the Swifties, and I wasn't. I hope everyone knows I wasn't. I was more playing devil's advocate. But what I've been seeing a lot lately is NFL fans, like just fans of the NFL, are kind of turning on our girl Taylor.
Why?
Well, that's a mistake.
They are.
I've seen a lot of TikToks being like, "Leave us alone. This is our sport, not yours."
Oh my word.
I
Are you
know.
serious?
And
What are we,
Never learned
3
to
years
share?
old and we can't share?
Yeah.
yeah, they're like,
Come on.
I've seen so many TikToks where every time it would cut to Taylor, they're like, "Oh my gosh," and like, "Get her off the screen," and it's becoming kind of this. It's dividing us as a country.
We can find anything to be divided.
That's what I was
about.
gonna
That's
say.
so
Anything
dumb.
out there, someone has an opinion, and then people start fighting over it.
If anything, all it's gonna do is bring more money to the NFL, which they
Right?
don't need anymore. Bring more money to the NFL so that they can spend more money to make their broadcast better, or this better, or another show of some sort. Like, why would they be mad?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's good for the sport. Like, more people are watching. Like, I'm sure there's tons of people that would only watch the Super Bowl or didn't watch at all that now are watching the sport.
Although, sometimes football fans are a little intense, and because, if you say you like a team specific, like say I'm talking to someone, I say,
Especially the Cowboys.
say I love the Broncos, whatever. They're like, oh, well, I've loved the Broncos since I was born. Can you name their entire roster? So I feel like they're just a little crazy sometimes. Because I'm like, well, I just like them. Can I not just like them? No, you have to know everything about them. So I just feel like they get a little like possessive of their teams and their sport.
True, football fans are crazy.
It's not even her
intense.
fault though. Like, it's the the broadcasters are the one that keep
Yeah.
mentioning
Good
her.
That's
and
what I was
putting
just
her
gonna
on the
say.
screen,
It's
like,
the NFL's fault.
Yeah.
Like
They're leaning into
they are
it.
leaning
Oh,
in.
they're loving it,
So
yeah.
Travis Kelce on his podcast with his brother, he even said they're overdoing it.
Yep.
He didn't like go hard on the NFL. I mean, that's his
It's almost
employer.
cringy,
But
huh?
yeah, it's too much. Like at the NFL at the MetLife Stadium where the Jets played, they had a banner there that was like Taylor's gonna be here tonight.
Oh
and
my god.
I'm a
Imagine being
you
Taylor,
guys
just
know.
trying to go to a game and watch your man play and just hang out and have a relaxing, chill Sunday, Monday night, whatever it is. Like, why? It sucks that
Yeah.
she has to even go
They're-
through that.
The NFL is leaning into it way too hard. I
Yeah.
think it's great they show her. Taylor Swift is the most powerful woman maybe in the world, probably in America, but
Not Oprah?
Not Oprah. Oprah's washed. And so it's great. Let's lean into it. But they are leaning into it too hard.
Yeah, like they changed their banner image on their social media to
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, and their bio
weird.
on it said Taylor was here.
Yeah, they're just trying
Yeah.
to cash in, and it's too much. I love Taylor Swift. You guys know I'm a Swiftie. If you watched last week's episode, I'm a Swiftie.
Yeah.
But I also love the NFL, and I think I concur that they are leaning in a little too hard.
Mhm.
But I love T Swift.
Yep. So, but along with this, some drama has happened.
Some drama did unfold.
Yes.
So all them Barstool fellas, they just like to get in trouble.
It's true.
They like to say mean things and cause stirs. And Mr. Big Cat, Barstool Big Cat, what's his real name? Katz?
I have no idea. I only know him as
It
Big
should
Cat.
say his name on that article.
Yeah, do you want me to kind
Dan
of read
Katz,
through it? There we go.
K-A-T-Z. Yeah, what? So Dan Katz, Mr. Big Cat,
Mhm.
he just said some pretty rough things.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't want to botch his quotes, so we can put him to shame. Why don't you say what he said?
Yeah, so pretty much, and I think you do have to understand this is a sports podcast,
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a comedy sports podcast.
right? And I don't know if I'd say they're crude, but it's definitely not filtered,
Yeah.
right? And it's like a sports podcast mixed with comedy, mixed with, boys being boys, which doesn't, give them the right to say what they said, but that's kind of how the podcast is set up,
Yeah.
right? So, so Big Cat posted this video from the podcast and said, if Taylor Swift is going to be taking over our Sundays, I'm going to need to see a SEX tape.
He did not.
These are my demands.
Do you want to play it?
Yeah, I just don't know if we'll get claimed.
Just play it for us.
You know what? All right, I'll say this. If Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift release a sex video, I'll consummate this relationship and be like, fine, you guys can have sex.
Oh my hell.
Boyfriend, girlfriend. I don't buy it until I see.
What?
I'm saying that right now. She's like,
Bleep that.
Oh my word.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'll take peeing.
Didn't watch this.
I don't know what any of these acronyms are.
That's so much worse.
Isn't that horrible?
So much worse.
And it
That
gets,
is so not okay.
it honestly gets worse
I didn't.
than that.
How does it get worse?
I didn't watch the video. Holy shit, that's so bad.
He said it so
And he thought he was going to be fine, just letting that out there into the
know.
universe.
I feel like.
Assholes like that
Can
don't
we
give a
finish?
shit
I need
about
to
what
finish
other
the
people
video.
say.
I want to see what he.
You want to keep
I want
going?
to see what he said, and we'll just bleep it or remove it if we.
Okay.
Have.
Oh my
Oh,
word.
why? She doesn't
Are
need
you
the
okay?
NFL.
You're her.
So
And how can he just speak about something? If I was Taylor Swift,
anything, the
I would
NFL
have
needs
him
her.
to
Here's,
jail
here's
so
the craziest part of it all. He's the one who posted this.
Yeah,
Wow.
he
He's
posted
like,
his
oh,
own
this is
clip.
great content. I'm a
He's the one who posted that.
fast. That's how you know he's so fucked up in the head because he doesn't even think twice about posting something
Yeah.
like that.
Like, not only are they trying
only
to be like,
saying
no,
that-
we didn't say anything weird. He's like, no, I said that.
What's his team saying when he's posting that? Or is he just
He's just a Barstool guy. He's just a regular Barstool guy. But
shitty Barstool guy?
so all his crude comments, it was crude. It was crude indeed.
It was bad.
Aside, the point he's trying to make is this like an industry plant, like a setup? Is Taylor Swift just trying to become even bigger as the NFL? And I personally don't think that's the case. I think
She's already
I think the
bigger
NFL,
than the NFL.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The NFL is trying to capitalize, and so it's the NFL's own fault. We already kind of covered this, but it's their own fault. They're the ones that are over covering her being involved, and yeah. But anyway, come on, Big Cat.
Well,
Do
okay.
better.
Also, here's the thing. If Taylor Swift was using the NFL, then she would put in her bio, they switched to me. Or like, okay, this is kind of a dramatic example, but like in Taylor Swift's bio or on her page, she would say, live NFL game switched to me 7 times this game, whatever. Or like sat in the box office with Travis's mom today. Like her bio or her platform would say that, but no, the NFL's is like, Taylor was here. Taylor will be here tonight. All these things, like who's using who? That's
who's in
power.
power
Like, who's using
We're
who?
on
It
Taylor
did, it
watch.
did switch to her. I think the number landed at over 20. It was 20. It was 21 or 22
In the
times.
Jets game?
Yeah.
Wow.
And guess who invited her to the game? Travis Kelce, and no one's mad at him.
When I was
Yeah,
watching Red
right?
Zone, they were like, and we're coming up to Taylor Watch. As they were leading up to the...
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, that was on.
Will
Yeah, that
she
was
be
on.
there?
On Red Zone, yeah, Scott was like, is there, or he's like, I think there's a celebrity going to be here tonight. Can't remember her name. I was like, really? I know you know her name.
Scott was just being silly.
I know, but I was like,
I do love
everybody
Red
knows
Zone.
her name.
One more thing I was gonna add. I follow this PR lady on on TikTok, and she said so. One of the biggest things that Taylor gets flack for is her private jet that she flies around.
Okay.
Because you online somewhere, I don't know the details, but you can see
You can track.
you can track jets, and so people have tracked like
How many miles?
rich people use their jets to fly all over, and they're like, but then on the other hand, like Leo, climate change, like we need to save the planet, but then he's flying all over the world. And it's like, dude, anyway, Taylor gets a lot of flack for that. So this PR lady was saying Taylor went to the Jets game to get all of this Jets PR, like it's her SEO. She's trying to boost her SEO to be
Associated with the
associated
Jets,
with
the
Jets
team.
instead of her jet.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That is funny.
Yeah, it's
Out of
crazy.
all the
mean-
conspiracies, that's the best one.
I know
agree.
because it's not like a weird conspiracy, like
Yeah.
someone's drinking blood or whatever. It's like Taylor Swift just want better SEO.
That's
And can we
awesome.
blame her?
The one thing she gets flack for
Yeah.
that's like a gray area,
That's
it's
fine.
gone. She
That's
went to the
awesome.
Jets game.
So obviously the Swifties are not super stoked with Little Cat, right? And
Little cat.
and I love this tweet. This girl retweeted it and said, "I'm eagerly awaiting the Swifties channeling their destructive energy into this one."
Yes.
Yeah, you do not want to mess with them.
Yes. So, and they're not. I mean, you can just keep scrolling, and there is just endless amount of tweets coming
See,
at.
the bummer though
our-
is that he's gonna get like a following from that. Like he's gonna
You
profit.
think people are gonna back that?
I mean,
Yes.
Big
Oh, yeah.
Cat,
So
Big
many.
Cat
There's so many guys out there
already
just like
has-
him that are like, oh yeah, that's right. I better see that too. Like, oh
Ugh.
my gosh.
I mean, Big Cat was already.
And it was probably a public. Like it was probably
Big.
on purpose.
Yeah. But if it,
He's targeting his demographic.
It's fine.
Yeah.
We're fine.
Maybe he knows his audience.
Yeah, he's like doing
You know,
the Andrew Tate thing.
Which is
Yeah.
sad. Which is sad, but yeah. Do you need to go?
Ish.
Okay, bye, Queen. Okay, alrighty. So, also in the news, we have Miss USA 2023. What do you got, Meg?
so Miss. Sorry, I'm gonna click on this.
That was the wrong one.
Oh, sorry.
I got you.
Miss.
There it is.
So there's 2 main pageants that happen, and it's Miss America and Miss USA. So this is not the Miss America, this is Miss USA, but Miss Utah USA just recently won Miss America USA. So there's
Wow.
not a lot to really say about it, but
And this is her here.
yeah, this is her here,
Okay.
and she's stunning. She's amazing, and it's just cool to always have somebody from your state like do well and go compete and yeah, be Miss America USA. It's a pretty big deal. And they do so much for a whole year of service, and just trying to make an impact as much as I can for a year. And I have done a few pageants in my life, so I understand like the amount of work. A small, like I don't understand it as well as, I mean, I'm sure she does, but there's a lot of work and service and effort that goes into pageant stuff that you don't normally think. Like when you hear pageant, you don't think it's like, you're like, oh, you're going to buy a pretty dress and go. But no, like that, like that's a big deal to win that. So
Yeah.
it's just kind of
And
cool that our girl from Utah.
She's 23.
She's
She is?
23.
She's 23. Like, what are we doing with her life?
I don't know, but she looks like a grown
And her
She
name
does,
is
yeah.
Noelia
Voigt. Voigt is how they said it.
And
yeah.
apparently she was like first runner up 3 different times. It looks like.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
But now she finally won.
That's so cool.
That's
And She's
awesome.
a Utah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she was a
And she's
childhood
Venezuelan.
cancer survivor.
Oh,
She
damn.
is?
Yes.
Good for her.
Dude.
Sheesh.
She sounds
She's
badass.
cool. Yeah.
honestly.
I'd like to know her.
Yeah.
She is awesome.
Yeah.
Good on
So-
her.
So I just want to step in here real quick. I
The
I have
sweetest.
filmed the Miss Utah pageant for 6 years, and a lot of people. So this is a different organization. This is the Miss USA.
Like I was
And-
saying, the two.
Yeah. So
the
they're
other one.
they're different. So what I meant was I'm not involved in the Miss USA pageant, but I think it's pretty similar. And they're just really cool. I feel like in my last 6 years, I've learned a lot that they're more than just like a beauty pageant. You know, it's these are really cool organizations, and I think I just hear people say things a lot that they're like, I don't know, kind of dogging on pageants, but they're awesome. I think they're great organizations. That's where I met Meg.
Yeah.
Cute.
Meg was
great.
a contestant in Miss Utah, and I was filming.
Yeah.
So
It's fun.
Yeah.
You definitely
Really
learn
cool.
a lot. They work really hard, so it's a really cool thing. So if you're one of those people who hears pageant and automatically thinks like just spending a lot of money on pretty dresses, like no, it's not that.
You know
You
what
earn
I think
scholarship
of?
money. You do Honey Boo Boo or not Honey Boo Boo, the
Miss
Toddlers in
Congeniality.
Miss Congeniality.
Great movie.
Yeah, we watched Bird Box yesterday for the first time.
Nice.
Yeah.
And all I can think about still is Miss Congeniality, honestly. That one is such a good classic. Okay, that's
It is.
cool. Good on
Yeah.
her.
It's cool.
I was
So
gonna
congrats,
add. I
Miss
was gonna
Utah
add one more
USA.
thing. Something I've learned about pageants too is every year, at least at Miss Utah, there's like 50 plus girls involved, and I used to think that there was like a pageant girl, you know, but it's cool that girls from all walks of life end up at the pageant, you know, like Meg did one pageant and was at Miss Utah. It's not like she went 5 years in a row. So I just think,
And I didn't like dance and cheer and do like all the pageant girly like stuff, whatever people assume it is.
yeah, it's
There
definitely
was cowgirls there. Like there was just like every
Yeah.
different type of like interests and hobbies and personalities. Like
yeah,
so
very
many.
very cool program.
Oh,
And
really?
It's awesome.
And 2 years ago, Miss USA was another Utah. Utah's won 2 of the last
Go.
3 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Dang.
Which
Represent.
is huge. I don't
Yeah.
think Miss Utah's won Miss America ever. Maybe
No,
once. In
Miss
like, the
America
80s.
never, but Miss USA twice now.
Yeah.
It's
Quick
awesome.
question: how similar are real life pageants to the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody's pageant episode?
I don't know. I haven't.
I haven't
You've
seen that
never
for a
seen it?
while.
Oh, okay.
All I can think of is the episode when Esteban tries to summon a ghost.
What?
I think Cody does skateboarding,
Mm.
or maybe Zach as his talent, but whilst wearing a dress.
Nice.
I can show you some footage stuff
need to
from
see
the
it.
pageant, but
Because
not
that's
from mine.
as
How
far
close
as
is
my
it, like-
knowledge goes.
To Miss Congeniality. Like, is that how
Well, there's
similar?
definitely no plot to murder.
fair.
You know of.
Yeah.
It's honestly very
That I
different.
know
It's
of,
like
yeah.
it's a very I would compare it to a very intense like talent show, very organized show of some sort. So
Sick.
Cool. Also in this news is this crazy story where a girl got kidnapped while she was camping, right, Emma?
Yeah. Yep.
Tell me about that.
So, little 9-year-old girl, her name's Charlotte.
Okay.
She was camping with her family. There was this little like bike loop around their campsite, and she went with her family once, and then everyone else was done, and she's like, I want to go again. So she did, and then she didn't come back for like 15 minutes. They got worried. They started looking for her. They found her bike knocked over on the trail, called the authorities, and it like sparked this massive search for her. So she was just kidnapped off of her bike, camping with her family. She has been found now, which is exciting.
Yes.
They actually use like really cool technology stuff. Like they I don't even know. They used people's phones to kind of figure out who was there in the area and then connected it to like criminal records and her past. But the kidnapper left a ransom note with his fingerprints in their mailbox, delivered it himself, 4 a.m. I can't remember how many days later, but he did that because he was dumb, for $50,000. He's like, give me $50,000, I'll give you your daughter back. But then police were able to trace from those like cool technology things with the fingerprints, find a possible suspect, check all the houses, and they found the girl in the kidnapper's mom's back camper in a cupboard.
What? No way.
But she is unharmed. They always put that in quotation marks for some reason.
Probably because physically maybe, but mentally imagine.
I think it's probably meaning it's literally a direct quote, That's why
maybe.
It's in quotations.
Probably.
At least in news, I think.
Or are they just
That makes
implying
sense.
that she, like, wasn't R-worded or anything?
I don't know, actually. I hope
Well,
not.
I think they just...
But...
I don't think they'd be sarcastic and do
No.
quotations.
No, I'm saying, like, maybe they're meaning
Like a nod to
she's
that.
physically...
It could be.
She's physically okay, but mentally not, so that's why they say unharmed. I don't know.
Yeah, the kind of creepy thing, though, is he lived 2 minutes away from her for a few years.
No way.
They haven't confirmed whether or not he was, like, following her or not, but that's just so creepy.
Yeah.
So creepy.
This article says, according to Governor Hochul?
Yeah, the governor was, like, really involved.
Yeah, the Cena family remained at the campsite over the weekend awaiting Charlotte's possible return.
Yeah.
While at their home in Greenfield, police watched from a distance to see if anyone appeared. Around 4:20 a.m. on Monday, officers saw a man leave a note in the Cena mailbox. So he
left it.
left the note, and the cops saw him do it.
Dumb.
Wow.
I'm sorry, if you're going to be a criminal, be a good
The
criminal.
investigators
I
then
don't know.
pulled fingerprints and matched it with the suspect. I won't say his name, but who was arrested for drunk driving in 1999. So they had records of him, right?
I think he was arrested for something else, too.
Yep. And then it says law enforcement officials traced Nilsson to a double-wide trailer behind the mother's mobile home in New York, about 30 minutes away. Around 6:30 p.m., 2 SWAT teams entered the trailer where Cena was found inside a cabinet.
Yep.
Wow. What a
Yep.
crazy,
So
crazy,
weird. And
sad story.
Yeah, and they think, like, he may have made Charlotte write the ransom note, too.
No
They're not
way.
sure on that, but...
Dude, that is
so weird.
crazy.
I'm so glad that she's okay, though.
Yes.
Like,
That's in New
goodness.
York?
yeah, that was New York.
Wow, that's crazy. Thank goodness they found her, because I saw the article when she got kidnapped,
Oh.
but I didn't know that they found her.
Yeah,
So
yeah. She's been
super
found
happy
safe with her
that.
family, but probably
Crazy,
gonna need
crazy.
some therapy.
Man,
Good thing
yes.
is healing's possible, so she should be fine.
Also this week, Disney is being sued.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
what?
So you better, if you want to go to Disney, you better go soon before this lawsuit puts them out.
Gotta go.
So Disney sued. So I have an article here by CNN, and it says Disney sued over severe injuries allegedly caused by wedgie from water slide.
No, stop it right now.
And we're not laughing because obviously that's horrible that happened, but just the headline.
I'm laughing because you said wedgie.
I haven't heard the word wedgie for a few years, I feel like.
I know, right? So it says here Walt Disney Parks and Resorts is facing a lawsuit related to an injurious wedgie that court documents allege resulted from riding a 214-foot water slide in the resort's Typhoon Lagoon water park in Florida. So it sounds like a lady went down this water slide, and because of her velocity, it gave her a mega wedgie and injured her. And again, I'm not laughing because we're so sorry that happened to her, right?
Sending hugs to the wedgie lady.
Hugs, big hug, big kiss, right?
Mrs. Wedge.
But it's
Mrs.
just
Wedgie,
crazy.
hang in there.
So it says that she is seeking $50,000 in this lawsuit for damages. So
Like a tear
The
or
name
what?
of the water slide is
What kind of
the
injury are we
Cowabunga
talking about here? Did her
it
wedgie like
says
go
she
all the way up?
experienced severe internal pain
She got an extra long crack.
from the blood rushing between her legs. She was taken by ambulance to a local hospital and was later transported to another hospital to see a specialist. And it sounds like they had to do some repair to the injuries.
Owie.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
That actually sounds pretty intense. I'm sorry for laughing at wedgie lady.
And they're claiming as a direct and proximate result of Disney's negligence, as described above, Edward so-and-so has suffered loss of his wife's care, comfort, support, and services, the complaint reads. So yeah, I thought this was crazy that a water slide, first off, can cause that much injury, and now it's creating a lawsuit. But
It says permanent bodily injury on here. Holy fetch.
Wait,
isn't that crazy?
what? Sorry, the husband thing is confusing me. He's adding to the lawsuit.
He's suffered loss of his wife's care, comfort, support.
So
and
they must be
services.
pretty old then. If are they saying because of her injuries he hasn't been able to get taken
He's
care
been
of?
impacted.
Like she takes care of him, but she can't.
Oh, that
That's what
makes
it sounds
sense.
like.
That seems really disturbing.
So now
unless
he's like,
there's like an
I ha-
actual.
How old
I
are
almost
they?
said something
Can we-
there.
But it makes me think, like,
Woo.
I was
did
gonna say,
this
no
has
one-
obviously happened before, right? Or do you think this is just a freak
This is the
once?
first wedgie.
Well, I mean, that's really what would answer the lawsuit. Like, a million people have ridden this slide
Yeah.
without issue, and you're the first one. So,
The
So was it
humunga
your
cowabunga.
swimsuit? Like, is it you or?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
know.
there was also a pool in Germany that cracked, and like there's this crazy freaking video. I don't know if I can send that to you, but yeah, apparently that happens. Like I don't know, don't trust
Yeah.
water slides. That's the
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't.
actually, I went
I do, I
to
love it.
Disney in France when I was younger, and we stayed at this hotel just outside the park, or whatever. And like a year later, a kid died on the water slide
No
at the
way.
hotel we stayed at. Yeah,
no.
I can't remember how. I'd have to
That's
look it
awful.
up.
Jeez, so maybe water slides are no go.
Yee.
Sheesh. Speaking of Disney, they also are in the news because I don't know if this is the first time or if this is something new, but Disney is discounting child tickets at U.S. parks as industry attendance lags. So I keep seeing a ton of reports about how attendance at the Disney parks has just plummeted, right? Like, and they saw a huge uptick. They raised their prices almost like 60% or something crazy,
Don't be
right?
dumb.
Because of how many people were going. There was even times where they would stop allowing people into the park because they have reached capacity. But it sounds like this year is not their year, and I'm just curious why you guys think attendance at Disney is down. Is it the economy's down, so it's more of an affordability thing, or is it, you know, they don't really have anything new or exciting for people to really go and see if they've already gone?
I think it's an economy thing. I feel like the last year is when, like, everything has been bumped up. Like, think of anything in your life that is not like the prices haven't been raised by so much. Like, even if you're pretty well off, like taking all of your kids somewhere when the normal things cost, like from eggs to Netflix subscriptions, like the normal things that you need and enjoy are like, I don't know. I feel like that's what it is because the cost of living, everything is so high, and it's slowly been up, but I feel like it jumped a lot, like eggs being a lot or whatever, groceries.
Eggs
know.
are the USA has the 5th most expensive eggs in the entire world.
Wow.
Fun fact for you guys.
Interesting.
Well,
That's crazy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it is that. And I think, like, because I think all the time you see, when you go to Disney, you see these families of 7, right?
Yeah.
And if you know, let's do the math. You go 3 days, it's probably going to cost you at least, what, $400, right?
Sheesh.
Times that by 7, it's going to be a hefty bill
Yeah.
just for your tickets, right? It could
Oh,
cost you
yeah.
upwards of $2,800, $3,000,
At
right?
least.
At
because,
least.
Yeah, I was doing the math when we
That's
went
just tickets.
in May. I'm like
Let's not
looking around
stay-
at families and like watching them hold their huge chicken platters. I'm like, you guys are dropping some money. Churros, everything. You start adding up. And
Yeah, I think, and before, you didn't get discounts on your kids' tickets. It was the same price as your ticket.
Oh my
Really?
gosh.
I've never been, so I have no idea.
Same.
So now it says here, starting October 24th, parents can purchase children's ticket, valid for kids ages 3 to 9, for the California-based Disneyland Resort for as low as $50 each,
That's pretty
Wow.
cool.
which is way cheaper.
I
Yeah.
was
Right?
wondering, was 2022 like a really big year for them?
Yes.
Surely that has to do with COVID as well. Like
Definitely.
everyone's like, we didn't get to go last year.
Totally.
We're gonna go as many times as possible in 2022.
Yep.
And now they've had their fix. and
Yep.
they can
So
just
it's like
go
dipping
once.
back down,
Yeah,
you
but
mean?
do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's
Yeah,
going back down
it
to
was
normal
low hit.
numbers.
Yeah.
Right?
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
One thing I was going to bring up too, I wonder if this is just again just wondering. I wonder if some of the moves that Disney has made, I know that's pissed some people off. Like, I don't want to get into like views or politics here, but like Disney Plus putting certain things in movies or stuff that have, and there was a big rally like, I'm canceling my Disney Plus. You know, I wonder if that has
because Disney's been inclusive lately,
Yeah.
and
inclusion.
they've been inclusive
Inclusion.
lately, and
We are allies, by the way.
We are allies on this podcast.
Yes, definitely.
Every-
I think
I don't know, maybe
it could
it
be
has
that
to
though,
affect
because
some.
like
Their tickets have dropped because all the racists don't go anymore.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Because I just
Oh,
remember
no.
like when
Don't
Lightyear
want you
came
at
out.
Disneyland
I'm
if
not
you
gonna
don't.
name any names, but there's people I know who are like, I'm canceling Disney Plus. I don't like Disney anymore.
When what
It's
came
like-
out?
Lightyear,
Lightyear.
because
What?
there's a kiss between two married women.
Oh,
Heaven forbid.
Heaven forbid.
I haven't seen like.
Yeah, we don't want that. Come on. Like I think it could be that, you know,
I,
it's
I
like
doubt it's a big.
yeah, I don't think it's a big portion, but maybe, you know, like
affected.
so sad.
because here's what I think is like a lot of Christians, I would say, are also Disney lovers, right? Because it
Yeah.
was like I know growing up, you know, it was like the safe thing to watch on Sundays, right? Is you can turn on, you know, Snow White or whatever, you know, like a Disney movie. It was seen as like wholesome and Christian values, right? And the minute that Disney decided to go against that, I'm sure a lot of these Christians are like, these are not Christian values, and they have really turned on Disney, which is sad, right?
Yeah.
But-
And I wouldn't even say they went against it. They more just are moving with the times. Like, it's okay for your child to know that gayness exists. That being gay
Yeah.
is that a bad way to say that? That being gay, I'm wearing a pride shirt and I'm testing myself
Homosexuality
here.
is
Homosexuality,
probably the
thank
right
you.
term to use.
Apologies if that was off the rails a little bit, but that homosexuality exists. Like, it's okay for children to know that. You don't have to shelter them that exists, you know? Like,
yeah.
so I think Disney, I don't know, maybe people would say
But,
they're leaning
Parents
into it
who
too
feel
much.
a different
but-
way come in and say, it's my child, my choice. I don't want them knowing any of that. And we'll just be like, we're canceling it. We hate that. We don't want that. Like, that's just a parenting style and a type, and it sucks, but that's,
Plus, you know, those people cancel Disney Plus for like a month.
yeah.
Probably.
Then their
Yeah.
kid,
Yeah.
then their kid wanted to actually play with them, like
Yep.
needed something to do, and they're like, just turn it back
All
on.
right, sign back up. Here's the credit card.
They made a big Facebook post about it, and then
Oh,
a
yeah.
month later they were back.
They're
on.
fighting with Karen in the comments, and then they're like, hey, we're good.
Well, yeah, I
So-
thought this was interesting. So it says tickets can be used between January 8th and March 10th of next year. So it seems like maybe
That's
it's just a
weird.
time period that they're
What the
doing it to
heck?
help boost sales. So it says here that tickets can be used between January 8th and March 10th of next year. So maybe it's just for a window to boost sales. And then it says, as far as Walt Disney World, children's tickets and dining plans will be half off for guests who purchase a 4-day, 4-night vacation package at one of its resorts. So it sounds like at Disney
Dang.
World, it's a little
That
bit
is-
more steep of qualifications to get it. And that deal starts November 14th and can be used from March 3rd through June 30th, which is interesting. So different times that it can be used. But yeah, I mean, Fletcher just turned 3, and we're actually going to Disneyland in like 2 weeks, I think, for the Oogie Boogie. We talked about that on one of these episodes. But yeah, I'm interested to see if it is like a ghost town, which I doubt, but I've been during the height, during COVID, and it was horrible. Like shoulder to shoulder the
Couldn't think of
entire
anything
time.
worse.
Oh my gosh.
So I've actually just looked at some reasons that people are giving as to why
Let's
the
hear it.
numbers are down. So, for one, top reason, over 25% of people take on debt to pay for their vacations.
Oh my word.
Wow.
So, with interest rates being higher, that's one reason. A reason these two laughing.
I was looking at Taylor. I was like,
We went to Disneyland, took on just a hair of debt.
just saying, we had to get all the churros.
It's paid off now.
We really did. We
That's
we
hilarious.
lived so large on those credit cards. For
When
that.
you're at Disney, it's like money
need
doesn't
another fucking
exist.
chair.
I'm
Churro.
staring at the churro stand. I'm not gonna say no if I want it. I'm there. Like
That's
I
so
wanted the
funny.
sweater. I wanted all of it.
Hey, what else?
So, another reason, linking to like time of year, the downturn happened in September, October time, which is right as when student loan payments come due.
Interesting.
So
Wow.
students can't go because they got bills to pay. Their
Okay.
loans need to be paid. Since 2020, Universal in Orlando's opened a new award-winning Jurassic World coaster and 2 massive hotels. For the first time ever, they're tied with 3 of Disney's parks in ratings.
No way.
So competition is obviously hurting
Interesting.
Disney.
Competition is increasing and people are
Yeah.
choosing Universal.
Okay.
They're attributing higher gas prices to it, to the people that drive. It's kind of low on the list. And then lastly, trips to Europe are up higher than ever as well.
Oh.
So
People are
I
going
think
international.
people are just saying, you know what,
That
it's so
makes
expensive
sense.
to go to Disney anyway.
Let's go
Like
see the
we
world.
could just go
For
travel
real.
Yeah.
abroad. So
I'm definitely in that ballpark for sure.
Yeah.
there you go.
That's crazy.
Some interesting
I thought that was interesting. If you have kids and you want to go to Disneyland, I would say take advantage of it, right?
Totally, yeah.
At least like the half off or the $50 ticket. That's
yeah,
nice.
$50 ticket is awesome. That's like
It's like less than Lagoon.
yeah, it's like a third.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So check out that deal. I think that's awesome. We'll definitely be using that. Me and Lindsie have annual passes, but now that Fletcher's 3, we either have to sneak him in or pay the 50. So. Okay, also in the news, we have Dancing with the Stars. Let me pull this up. It looks like Harry Jowsey is in this article here. Says Dancing with the Stars partner Riley Arnold is everything he could dream of. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, so Harry Jowsey he was on Too Hot to Handle, which is like a dating. Lindsie knows more about
Yeah,
this. I
Lindsie
wish she
loves
could
that show.
explain it, but it's like a dating show where you literally just like flirt and try to get with the other person, but you never actually get with them. And what is cool about this is another girl from Utah. Her name's Riley Arnold. She is the cutest little blonde girl, awesome dancer, just became a pro and is on Dancing with the Stars. And she is Harry's partner, so it's
cool.
kind of fun. Her older sister did Dancing with the Stars and did really well. And actually, Taylor's older sister, Kelsey, works with one of the Arnold sisters, too. And so yeah, it's just kind of a fun little connection. I've been able to like follow it, and I just love seeing people from around here doing things that are like Harry Jowsey is huge. He's huge on TikTok, so it's fun to see them together. They created a viral dance that everyone's doing now, and just pretty cool. So yeah, that's nothing too crazy, but it's just kind of fun to
Love
to
it.
share that. And Dancing with the Stars, like I feel like I haven't really heard about Dancing with the Stars
Me
for a
neither.
while, so it's like come back. I'm like, okay, cool, but their dancing is really fun. So you can go look at like TikTok videos of them, and they're super cute together. He is quite a bit older though. It's
He's
a little
26
concerning.
and she's 18, so he needs to chill.
He needs to be careful.
He needs
but,
to chill a bit.
But he
They're
knows
just
how to
dancing
hold off.
partners
but it's
as of
fine.
right now, right?
For right now, it's
they
fine.
look cute together in their
They do.
videos,
They're
so
cute,
it's like
yeah.
So
we'll see how it
dancing-
goes.
Just
People
gotta
have
be a good man,
said
that's all
that
I'm
they're
saying.
together. They want to be together,
Interesting.
but
So Dancing with the Stars, they pair a celebrity
With a
with
professional
a professional
dancer.
dancer. Okay, they have that in England.
So is she the professional or the celebrity? She's
the professional. Harry's the
Okay.
celebrity. Yeah.
It's
Yep.
called
Okay.
Strictly Come Dancing in the UK.
Harry's
7.
been,
That's what one of the judges says.
Nice.
Strictly.
Harry Jowsey's been on Call Her Daddy. Speaking of, that was my last week's subject.
Really?
So yeah.
So that kind of made you
Yeah.
realize this. That's cool. That's awesome. Love it. Kay.
Yeah.
Also in the entertainment business, Las Vegas is coming in hot with a cool new facility, entertainment space. Like, I think this is so awesome.
Yeah, the Sphere is crazy. It's
Dude.
cost $2.3 billion to build.
Oh. Holy.
Which is a lot of money.
So much.
So much money. And U2, which I know U2 catches a little bit of heat in our day. Like, they did the whole Apple thing.
Apple collab kind of ruined
That
that,
was a
legacy
mistake.
a
But-
little.
Yeah.
You just have to realize that in the 80s and 90s, U2 was...
Dude, yeah.
It was like they were like the Beatles almost. Like they were huge, and my parents really loved U2, so that kind of rubbed off on me, and I enjoy U2. So I think that's why U2 is kind of opening it up with a little residency. I've seen videos from the inside, and
Yep, I have that here for
yeah, let's
It's
check that out.
insane.
Okay, so really quick, like you said, 2.3 billion. I think this is so cool that MSG did this. Like, they're already crushing it, right? Pulling in so much money. And I feel like this was a huge risk, right? Obviously, the dollar amount alone is a risk. But I don't know if anyone has done something like this before, right? And you can see here, the outside has, graphics.
1.2 million lights.
Really?
hmm
That is crazy. So, yeah, it has tons of these, but
Dang.
the inside is almost as equally impressive, I would say, as far as what its capabilities are. So, yeah, I just found, a couple of the interior videos are here, and U2 was the first show at the Sphere. So
That's
they
cool.
kicked it off, and look at this. Like, it looks amazing. So I've seen a couple of people, though, that were there, right? Obviously, there's tons of people. It's crazy how many seats are even in this place. But a lot of people said they were experiencing vertigo
Oh yeah,
Wow.
that would make me so sick.
during the show. But I also saw some people say, yeah, initially I had it, but then it went away, So, but yeah, it is just
Jaden, you got to
crazy.
do that second video. That's what made me just gasp. That's so pretty.
Yeah, so here's what it looks like.
Oh.
Yeah.
18,500 seats.
How many?
Wow.
18,500.
It's definitely one of the most impressive pieces of architecture that has been built in the United States
Yeah.
in a long time. Like, we've built some cool stadiums. SoFi is cool, whatever, but this is very impressive, I would
This
say.
is-
And I think that might be, from what I read on Twitter, that might be a bit of an unpopular opinion. I think some people are like, what the hell is this Sphere? Like,
Really?
yeah. At least from what I've seen and some of the commentary, social commentary,
Yeah.
is like people aren't. It's weird. It's jarring. It's a big old ball in the middle of Vegas.
Here's something I did. When I first saw the videos, the first thing that came to my mind is you can't even see the band.
Okay, that's what I was just about to say. Like, does this take away from the actual performer?
Or are you not there to see the band?
Exactly.
Are you there for the visuals of the Sphere being accompanied by the band?
Yeah, maybe.
It's
Right.
like a laser
Interesting.
show.
I mean, it's
I think it's
huge. The
both.
screen is literally
Yeah.
massive.
But
I
usually, like,
think-
I've been to concerts where I'm in crappy seats, but they have the jumbotrons with the band on it,
Right.
right? And so you feel like you're not as far away. But with this, it's just purely, let's show these amazing graphics, and you're just
Yeah.
kind of listening. So I feel like if you're wanting that experience of I just want to listen to the music, have this experience visually be accompanied with it, I think this could be awesome.
And
I
it's-
love the visuals. Go ahead, Taylor.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I was just gonna say it's designed in a way where it feels, at least I've read that everyone feels like they have headphones on. Like
Oh,
it's
that's
I
cool.
have heard the sound quality is
it sounds
crazy.
amazing in
bet.
there apparently.
Yeah, I bet like when someone combines effectively the musician with the sphere, like that's probably just got to be otherworldly.
Yeah, and it's
there
gotta
is
be cool for the
potential.
artist too, right?
Yeah,
Because
for
the
sure.
artist,
Yeah.
I don't know how it works if if the Sphere has a team that puts together the graphics to work with the building. I'd
They do.
assume that's kind of how it works,
Yeah.
right?
I actually have a fun fact for after.
Okay.
But yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. And what's even crazier is not only did they like deck out the entirety of the inside of it, right, with these screens and whatnot, but the exterior is insane.
Did
Yeah.
you see when they had
Like-
the eyeball on it?
Like
Yeah,
I've
that was
seen,
weird.
I've seen like every time I see the video of the exterior, I stop and watch because it is so crazy looking, right? And just like the way that it just, I don't know, it seems real, you know? But something that I thought was really interesting is I thought it was just one big piece of
No,
glass.
It's
LED screens, but all it is just these little pucks, right? These LED pucks
Yeah.
that make up the visuals.
Yeah. So if
That's
you ever see giant screens, like you go to a concert, how you were saying, and they have the jumbotron, they look they're not as spaced out as those pucks, but you can walk up to a screen because I've done a little bit of work with like live stage productions, and I remember walking up and seeing that because on your phone or whatever you can't see it because it's so small. But if you walk up to these big screens, there's like these little small RGB. That's really all it is just tiny RGB. Like what are they called? Just
I don't know.
pixels.
Yeah, just little.
Tiny pixels. But since that screen is so large, they can space the pixels
Yep.
out, and then when you're far away, it looks
So cool, dude.
yeah, it's really cool.
I'm loving it. And I saw Dana White, who is, I don't know if he's owner of the UFC. I know that
Yeah.
an investment group owns it, but CEO or whatever, right?
Yeah, president, maybe.
Yeah,
something like
president.
Yeah.
He said he wants to do a UFC fight there,
That'd be
Whoa.
crazy.
which would be crazy. Like,
I don't even know where to look.
I know. So, very
Put
interesting.
GoPros on 'em.
I would love to. I'd love to go there, honestly,
Yeah.
and experience that because I think I would actually enjoy it more than a normal concert, just because of the sensory aspect of it.
Those have been the favorite concerts I've gone to. Like most recently, Portugal the Man in Colorado at the Red Rocks. Like you don't even need to see the band in my opinion.
Yep.
Like they were big supporters of like Native Americans and rights for all of that, and just being in that place with like the stories they had through the visuals on the screens was amazing. And then on the other side of that, when I saw Gorillaz, like they're not a band you're supposed to see either, but the stuff on the screens is just wicked. So I would love something like that. But some fun facts about it. It's the second largest indoor LED screen in the world. So I want to know where number one is.
Yeah,
Because I know that outside is the
I
largest
wonder if it's
LED.
in SoFi.
That's a good point,
SoFi's
actually. Yeah,
LED screen wraps all the way.
really.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
I know it's the outside
But
is the largest LED.
I don't think
screen.
SoFi is bigger because that one. I've seen the one in SoFi. I haven't
This
seen
one.
this one.
Yeah.
I say it's 10 stories tall.
Yeah,
but
it's definitely SoFi's
Wow.
maybe
Yeah.
bigger. Like, I don't know how to.
anyway.
Anyway,
yeah,
super
I'd love
cool.
to know what would the that one be. But I've got a great question for you though.
Yeah.
So someone posted this week the advertising rates to use the outside of the Sphere in Vegas. Bear in mind it costs $2.3 billion to make. If you want to advertise something for the day there, $450,000.
Oh my word.
For the week, $650,000.
That
So,
seems
like,
a little light to me.
that's what
Honestly,
I'm
I was gonna
saying.
guess
That's what I
over.
was
I was gonna
thinking
guess
too.
millions.
I was gonna say that
Yeah.
doesn't seem too bad,
And so-
honestly.
And so these prices include working with MSG's 300 plus designers on the creative, and they estimate 4.7 million daily impressions, 300,000 in person, and 4.4 million on socials.
Wow.
And so there's been like, I think the Trolls, most recent Trolls movie was advertised on there.
Really?
Is one of the examples they give, and like,
Dude, how smart of them
Yeah.
oh,
to turn
yeah.
it into a billboard.
That's what I'm
Brilliant.
saying.
Yeah.
Like,
To pay off every dollar they'll ever
First.
I know.
spend on it.
They're gonna
Is it
reach.
a
They're
year?
gonna pay off that
After
building.
6 months.
exactly.
You know,
It's
like
the-
with ticket sales and advertisements and concessions. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh, and that is something I heard, is that like if you go to like a UFC fight or a boxing match, dude, the food sucks. It's so bad,
Yeah.
right? It's your typical frozen. They just throw it in the fryer and dish it up to you. But everybody said the food there was crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's awesome.
They're like, it's like top-notch food that you can get at the
I
concessions.
mean, you
there.
gotta pay for that part of the experience too.
Yeah.
I want them
Yeah.
to be having an expensive ticket because everything is perfect. The second you literally look at the ball, whatever it's called,
Yeah.
the sphere, like the second that happens, the whole experience until you go home for the night needs to be perfect.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
saw
I
even
love
like,
that.
you know when you go to an event like that and leaving the event is the worst part.
Yeah.
Just trying to get out of there, right? Because the parking lot usually sucks. You know, when you're trying to leave the building, it's just so chaotic. And everyone said it was like the easiest process to get in and out of the building,
What?
to get to your seats, to get to your
Cool.
car. Like
That's
it just sounds
amazing.
like they've really invested in the overall experience,
Which is great. I'm
which
glad.
is great.
So something I was gonna add here. One of my best friends, his girlfriend is going to the U2 concert in the Sphere
Dude,
this
Nice.
weekend.
would she call in
Maybe
and talk about her
we can
experience?
get her to do a video review.
Okay.
So I'll follow up on that, but we may have an inside
That'd be
person.
sick.
Oh,
That'd
I
be
know
awesome.
someone that went too. If you want me to ask.
Yes.
She
It
said
just
it was
been-
amazing.
Just be nice to hear a first-hand report.
Yes,
you know?
let's do it. Let's
Yeah,
have her
I'll-
call in.
I'll reach out to.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
is this might be a dumb question, but what or who is MSG? Why am
Same actually.
So they own it's like a resort in Vegas.
Isn't
they
it
own where the
MGM?
boxing, the MSG.
Yeah, you're thinking of MGM.
Oh, sorry.
What did you? But you said MSG
It's
too, because
MSG.
It
Well,
is no.
'cause
The
it said
Sphere is
MSG.
MSG.
It says MSG. I was thinking MGM too, but I'm like, that's not right.
when
Yeah,
Jaden
I was
said it-
thinking
so there's-
MGM.
So they're separate things.
Yeah.
Because when Jaden said MSG, I was like, huh, it's like the non-MS. No,
'Cause they're a
MSG or
casino,
whatever.
right?
MGM, yeah. So MGM and Caesar, basically those two own the strip. All the.
So it's MSG because of Madison Square Garden. It's the same company.
It is.
But
Yeah.
it's owned by Sphere Entertainment Company, but the project was announced by the Madison Square Garden Company in
Yeah, I
2018.
I'm
actually-
glad you cleared that up, Harry, because
Okay.
I was thinking it was MGM
Yeah, good
That's cool.
question.
that was putting it on, but
And I was like, does
that makes more sense.
Does
So
everybody else
MSG,
know? And I'm just like,
No.
which makes
Which
it even a
Madison
bigger
Square
risk.
Garden is the
Famous one in
arena
New York.
in New York. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Cool. I thought that's cool. I say we kind of keep up on what's going on there.
yeah,
We
that's
should do
awesome.
a,
we
uh,
should,
If we
podcast
can, we
trip.
should go.
Yeah, I was gonna say
trip.
at some point we should go. That
should
that
go.
that and Disney's
Subscribe
our list
so we
right
can.
now. Like
When
we
we
gotta
hit-
go to Disney together,
think-
and we
How
gotta
about
go.
this?
Oh.
Okay.
1,000
Oh.
subscribers. We film a podcast in the Sphere.
We go. We drive to Vegas. We see a show at the Sphere.
Yes.
Then we continue our trip to Disneyland
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
and do.
no,
a
what
trip
the
to
hell?
No,
Disneyland.
I was
He's
getting.
getting
I was like,
excited.
That wasn't a very hypey.
That's how my
Don't
dog
call me
sounds
out
when she
on the
gets
podcast,
excited.
please. I'm excited.
All right. Also in the news,
Apparently.
I turned into a zombie.
Huh?
Yes. You guys didn't hear?
Oh.
Yeah, yesterday at like 2 o'clock, I was feeling a little funny. At like 2:20 p.m., started feeling weird and just feeling like I wanted to eat brains, and I wasn't sure where it was
Crazy
coming
right now.
from. And then all of a sudden, my phone started beeping.
Mm-hmm.
Making a weird
no.
noise, and it was like I couldn't control myself anymore, and I just turned into this mind feeder person, right?
I know what's happening.
Oh my word.
So, if you didn't hear, there was a conspiracy going around by those that are probably QAnon believers.
I believe.
But they feared that the emergency alert system that went off yesterday, it was like a test, of the emergency system, will turn all those who were vaccinated into zombies.
Oh my word, no. Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. Yeah, and I saw, I don't know.
How?
That is,
I saw this girl's mom. She's like a crazy almond mom. I don't know what you call her. She's just crazy. Was wrapping, literally took all of their phones,
No.
wrapped them in tin foil.
Are you
Put
kidding?
it all in the microwave. They shut everything off in their house, unplugged everything. And this girl is like a cute, what seemed like normal girl, and was like, somebody help my mom. And she was just wrapping, and it was all in the microwave. All of their technology was stored in the microwave, wrapped in tin foil.
She's a Q nut.
That is
I was like, I don't care if my phone blows up. I don't even want to live thinking these things, even if it's true. I don't.
For real.
I know. That's what I feel about these conspiracy theorists is you live in so much fear.
Yeah.
That
you're never happy.
No, you're going to be in this constant state of, oh, the government's coming after me, right? And it was all silly. Something I did see that was interesting, though, is they were telling people that were in a domestic abuse relationship or even being held hostage or I don't know, someone that has a phone that doesn't want their abuser or whatever to know, gave them a heads up that, hey, this is going to happen because if it goes off, the abuser hears it or whatever, right? But I did see a really funny TikTok. I should have tagged it in here. But it was when the alarm went, when the emergency test alarm went off, and it was all the people in jail that had burner phones that they snuck in. And I wonder what they did. If they were just waiting or I don't know. I saw that. I was like, that's true. Because I've watched 60 Days In or something. Is it 60 Days In?
No
it's
idea.
a show about being in jail, right? And they'll sneak in iPhones all day.
Yeah. I didn't have service when I was in the canyon, so I didn't get mine till after, but it still came through. So
really?
I say that because I wonder if these people in jail, they're if I just turn my phone off, then it won't work. But
then they turn it off.
I must have kicked on because that's what happened to me. I forgot about it, and then I got it late.
I love prison TikToks, so I hope they don't lose their phones. You get
I do
TikToks from
too.
the people inside of prison. They're
They're so funny.
it's
I like 'em.
2 bed, 1 bath, and
how
I don't pay
creative
anything
they are.
for it.
They'll make a gourmet meal out of their
Oh my god.
snacks and
Yeah.
trays.
That's
So I
There's
hope,
a
I
few
hope they
prison
don't lose their
TikToks that do
phones.
so well. I'm like, are you about to pay your own bail and get out of here?
Dude.
How are you still? Yeah, true.
Wow.
But yeah, anyways, I just
I
thought
guess.
that was funny. I was
Yeah.
cracking up. I'm like, we've gone so far. I feel as far as these conspiracies, they just keep getting crazier and crazier and crazier. So I will have you know, I'm not a zombie. That was all a
Thank
joke.
Glad you're still here with
I'm
us.
still here, still vaccinated. It didn't turn me into a mind eater.
That's a
So
win.
Hell yeah, brother.
thank you.
Did it turn you into a mind reader?
Thank you. So a mind reader.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, we've got Victoria's Secret showing up in the news.
Give me a second. Gotta stretch real quick. All right. So, I really would love your guys' input on this one. So,
Okay.
the last time Victoria's Secret had a fashion show was 5 years ago, 2018. The Me Too movement happened. Backlash started coming out. There were connections to Jeffrey Epstein. I don't know how to say his name. So they shut down their fashion show. Okay. And so this is their first fashion show since doing that. But they restructured everything. They made it into a TV series. They're calling it the Victoria's Secret World Tour. And they've included plus size models and diverse models, including transgender people and people of color, to try and rebrand, essentially. But people are freaking mad about it. And I don't know. I'd love your input on it. So
Yeah, what are they mad at, I guess?
So they're mad because they're like, Victoria's Secret harmed, like actively harmed, not only like the models. There's been documentaries about how they have like eating disorders and like they're harmed. There was sexual harassment, there was that, but then also just the unreal expectations that it put on women all throughout the world. And the fact that Victoria's Secret was a brand built on exclusivity, right? Like it was, you want to become the angel, right? But you never will, was kind of the idea. And now they're trying to rebrand and be like, no, we include all bodies and all people. And it's really cringe, because the only reason they really did that is because they started dropping in sales. Like their stocks started dropping, their sales started dropping, and everyone was going everywhere else because they weren't included in Victoria's Secret. So they went elsewhere. So people just feel like it's pandering, and it's like they're just trying to be woke, and they're just trying to like. And when I first as I was reading about this, there are really big people involved with this fashion show, right?
Yeah.
Like we have Doja Cat, Hailey Bieber, Priyanka. I don't know how to say Chopra. Thank you. Jonas, Gigi Hadid.
Yeah.
Gigi.
Yep.
Gigi Hadid.
Gigi Hadid. And like genuinely, when I first saw those names, I was like, felt a little betrayed. I was like, why are you associating yourself with Victoria's Secret? Like that's like, you're a woman. Don't be part of it. But at the same time, people and brands can change, right? Like, and Victoria's Secret does have this massive platform, and it's cool now that they're being able to promote good things to this audience, but like, is it canceled out by like their past and their history? And I don't know. So it's been interesting. And especially like one thing that really took heat was this one designer. She designs things really weird, and people are saying that like it makes plus size people look like tied up sausages in her work. And they're like, if you're going to have plus size models, make them look good. And
oh, wow.
It's, yeah.
So there's a lot of drama around
There
it.
is. I have it linked in there. If
I've got
if
it
we want to
open.
look at the Instagram of that one designer, we can. But I don't know. You can kind of decide. But like it's.
It's hard because it's like they're trying to be inclusive, right? Like as far as like they have this model here, and she has, what's it called? I should find.
Oh,
where you lose the pigment in in your skin.
Vitiligo.
Yeah.
Yes, that. And like you said, they're now including plus size models. But yeah, I see here this post.
Yeah,
and people
those
aren't
pictures.
super
People
happy
were
where it says
so
what happened
upset.
to Victoria's Secret. I mean, are they serious, right? Saying like, if you're gonna have plus size models, make sure that the clothing is
like it fits.
It fits them.
Yeah.
Right.
Where I mean, that's this designer style, but it was just maybe not the best choice for their first plus size inclusion.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely would say like Victoria's Secret was huge, right? Like, yeah, I remember like, growing up, Victoria's Secret was huge, like massive brand. And I would say lately, I don't know if they've fallen off, but I would say it's not as big.
Yeah,
right? And that's what I don't like. It's like, yes, you love that the brands are inclusive, but are they only inclusive at trying to get more money?
Well, and they pretty clearly are.
Yeah, I agree.
Very. They only changed stuff because people weren't buying their stuff anymore, right? They wouldn't have if it had kept selling.
So it's kind of a double-edged sword, because it's like you want them to do that, but not because sales are down, right? To try to increase sales.
But at the same time, they heard people and changed their brand, right?
Yeah.
So like,
Because it sounds like one of their spokespersons said, brands, people, we all grow up. You know, saying we've evolved. You know, we've grown up and realized our mistakes. So,
yeah.
But I mean, even Marilyn Monroe showed a type of body that wasn't normal. It's not like out of, I mean, I don't know exactly how old Victoria's Secret is, but like they created the angels knowing that that is not sustainable. That's not, I mean, that is beautiful, but that's not just the only type of beautiful model. Like they created that when, you know, I don't know, Marilyn Monroe is maybe like not a very exact example. I'm just saying like that, like it's not like they just like all of a sudden were like, oh my gosh, you're inclusive, we're inclusive too. Like they created the angels knowing how unrealistic it is.
Sell their product, right?
Yes. So that's where I have a hard time. And my other thing I was going to say is like that designer, I think that's beautiful. I think that's art though. That's Victoria's Secret is trying to show that like even though you're not an extra small or small, you can still buy this beautiful piece of clothing and comfortably wear this bra, whatever it is. But like that is art. I think that is beautiful.
Totally.
That is not
art.
manageable. That's not showing inclusivity because I cannot, like, as a plus size person or whatever, like, size, I cannot go. That does not make me be like, I want to wear that. I want to feel comfy in that. Like, that's just not realistic. And, and yeah, like, that is art. This is, like, that's so different. Than
it's
just
and
having sizes that fit everyone, I think it's better.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
And that's a big part of the critique is, like, the tour, the show, it had, like, I think, like, 6 women that they curated, like really powerful, cool women doing awesome things. But it's like everyone's confused, like how in the world does that actually relate to your brand? Like you do nothing with that. And I liked this. They said like it's not clear what these people have to do with the bedazzled corsets and leather 2-piece ensembles that are confusingly modeled as an intermission between the other presentations. And I think that's the biggest problem. Like it doesn't fit. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it's almost an afterthought.
Yeah.
To them. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, let's just
It's
sprinkle
just
this
disjointed.
in so that
Makes no sense.
PR is good.
It seems like all of the intentions are wrong in the whole
Yeah.
situation. Right.
I like this quote you put on the doc, Emma. They're trying to hire every diverse person under the sun. Well, that's commendable. It still feels yucky.
Yeah.
I actually think I typed that in.
You did? There you go. That's a quote directly from Emma.
Directly from
And
Let me see what page this is from. Oh, this is from Emma.com.
Wow. But it actually is facts, though. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
that's basically what I came to. Like,
Yeah.
I love that they're trying to be inclusive, but
they're
there's a
using
way
it
to
for
do
their
it,
gain.
and that's probably not it. So, anyway, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of good stuff. That was really fun. I love. There wasn't any huge events this week, but I love these little things, you know, that we can talk about. And but that's all the tea that we really had for today. Did I miss any?
If we want to do this one,
I mean, we're at 2 hours already.
We're
so
probably
I
good.
wonder-
Yeah, we're probably good. I think
we're
it's
good.
just okay. So, yeah, I just want to say thank you to you, the listener. If you're listening to this right now, thank you so much for supporting our channel. Like this is, you're really making dreams come true by literally just watching and listening to this. So
yes, thank you.
yes, please keep watching, keep engaging with our content. As far as, you know, kind of ending the show, I would just say check out our episodes next week. Like, you know, the podcast that me and Taylor did for the What Is podcast, do not miss that. Trust me. Like, there are things in there that I wish everyone could hear, because I know it could really help shape and give you a different perspective. So, other than that, I would just say we're excited to hear back next week about the movie, Harry, and see what you think about that. But until next week, I hope you guys have an amazing time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah.
Subscribe, please.
And also, tell us to do things in our report back submission.
Yes, please. Use the form in the bio.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Bye.
Bye-bye.